This week on the Steam Machine Podcast. In the age of the ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons. But then there was fire, and with fire came disparity, heat and cold, life and death, and of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came, and they found the souls of lords from within the flame. Naito, the first of the dead, the witch of Izalith and her daughters of chaos, Gwyn, the lord of sunlight and his faithful knights, and the furtive pygmy so easily forgotten. With the strength of the lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolt peeled apart their stone scales. The witches weaved great firestorms, and Naito unleashed a miasma of death and disease, and Seethe the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more. Thus began the age of fire, but soon the flames will fade, and only the dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights, and amongst the living seen, carriers of the accursed dark sign. Hello there. I will stay behind to gaze at the sun. The sun is a wondrous body, like a magnificent father. If only I could be so grossly incandescent. Welcome to the Steam Machine Podcast, everybody. My name is Dalton, and joining me, as always, is one half of this October.
Hey, what's up? It's Willie, and I think this game is pretty neato.
Oh yeah, I was calling him Naito, wasn't I? That's a fucking wrestler. And also joining
I had to say something in the first minute so we wouldn't lose them.
I was physically dying.
Didn't want to get them all in the comments immediately, man.
Yes, it was Tetsuya.
No, drive engagement.
Oh, yeah,
Tetsuya Naito.
It's only engagement if they keep listening, though. If they stop listening and start yelling at us, it's not engagement anymore.
So listen, we got a negative comment on YouTube, and this was years ago now, that was like, your intro song is way too fucking long. It's like 30 seconds. It's like, dog, that's one press of a skip button. And then it goes past 30 seconds. But,
I was going to say, that's not terrible.
I thought about shortening it to just like a guitar riff and being like, dun 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 dun. And just be like, the Steam Machine Podcast!
No. Play it 5 minutes. Extend
the
it.
entirety of the song.
Well, we'll always split the difference and do the entire song, but do a Nightcore remix of it.
I was thinking about seeing if I could master
Puppets.
Sun Drinker a little more and put it at the end of this one.
That would be pretty cool, actually.
Praise the sun. And you heard his voice. Wait, did I intro? Did Team Retrogue's with us? Did I already do that?
No,
you didn't.
Mick is here. Team Retrogue, how you doing, buddy?
I am as happy as a man getting his schlong licked by a dog. What's that like, Dane?
Bite me.
what is going on in this show? I need to listen to the other ones in the system, apparently.
Yeah, Willie?
Maybe I don't, actually. It's cool. I think I'd rather not.
It's not what you think, but it is also what you think.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at, too.
It's one of those things where the second I heard it, I was like, that's fucking hilarious. I can't believe he just told the internet that, and I need to make sure I bust his ass constantly about it now.
So the one that he is talking to is our guest, our esteemed and resident Dark Souls lore man and beater of games, I suppose. Dane, how are you?
I have not been filleted by my dog this week, so I'm great.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, what do you? I mean, you know what? I'm gonna start off for once.
Okay.
What have I been up to?
What have you been up to, Dalton?
Hey, Dalton, what have you been up to, man?
What have I been up to? So I have been playing Path of Exile 2. I'll get that out of the way right here at the beginning. I was playing as I think it's a barbarian or a warrior or something like that. I don't remember the exact name of it. And I was like, it was fun, but I was looking for a little more. So I was like, let me try out one of the other classes. So I made a witch. And oh boy, am I having fun with that bitch. Like, dude, got chaos damage is what I like to use, right?
I'll
so
tell
I'm
you,
running with the...
based on this week's game, Chaos Witch means something that looks way different than I would have imagined if you said Chaos Witch.
So, in this, it's a type of damage that you can get from the wand that I uses Chaos Bolt. But then also, I spec into moves that, like, will curse my enemies, and then they'll take more chaos damage. But I'm combining that with a Lich build, so I have 8 summoned skeletal warriors with me, and then I can also summon zombies from I can summon 12 zombies, up to 12 zombies from corpses of enemies. So like there are times where I can run in with a straight army of undead and I'm just firing chaos bolts in. I feel like fucking Voldemort with Avada Kedavra, Avada, because everything just melts. It's fantastic.
It sounds like you got some 12 days of Christmas shit going on with your fucking entourage there.
Yes. 8 skeletons. Yeah, so that's been a good time. I got a hair up my ass the other day and decided to get a few things for myself that I had been wanting.
Nair?
Did you say Nair?
Yeah, to get rid of the hair up your ass.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I liked it, Mick.
Sorry,
that threw me off. I had a buddy in mind that I remember nairing the word sex into his chest hair. And then the next day at school, we were in fucking psychology class, and he goes, Miss Trabert, you want to see something cool? And he just lifts his shirt up. And I was like
you do.
Oh, Jordan, you fucking idiot.
Nobody
Nobody
has brains in high school.
But I like how
Not even
many
the smart
bad
kids.
ideas there are in that one. That's just impressive.
Yeah, well, Jordan, I love him to death, but he wasn't the brightest. And this was also a different time for this next thing about him. In that same class, I got in trouble one day because none of the kids would be quiet, so I yelled out, "Will y'all shut the fuck up?"
Why did you get in trouble for that? I appreciate the kids who do that.
So, because I might have been because I fucking yelled it. And the teacher got on to me, and I got pissed off that the teacher got on to me, and I slung my books off my fucking desk and stormed out. And as I'm storming out, because she was like, Dalton, out the front door, I hear Jordan go, hey, at least he didn't say, and then he just says, we'll say it here, the F slur, because that was a big no-no in that classroom, because the teacher, later we found out why that was such a no-no in there, other than the obvious reasons that we shouldn't have been saying it anyway, but, and she just, like, as soon as he just says that, she goes, Jordan, back door, and he gets kicked out, and he's like, what did I? And I just turned and looked at him, I was just shaking my head like, you fucking anyways, I decided to buy myself a couple games that I wanted, one of them being Konosuba. I finally got it.
Kama Sutra?
Yes, I bought the Karma Sutra. I'm learning how to fuck myself in the ass, and it's been very fun. No, Konosuba, God's blessing on this wonderful world, love for these clothes of desire is what it's called, right? That sounds, Dane, I see your face. It sounds like an H game. It's not an H game. It is.
It sounds like an isekai.
So Konosuba is an isekai. This dude dies, and he gets taken to another world, but he gets dropped in the world with the goddess that put him there. She's fucking useless. Then he's got this mage, and she's really fucking good at casting fireball. So good that it's a massive nuclear-sized fireball, and she can cast it exactly one time a day, and that's all, she's spent. Then they have a paladin, Darkness, and she's always like, I'll protect you. I'll make sure all the enemies hit me. Oh, and that's all the damage I'll be taking. Oh, I'm just thinking about... So she's a masochist.
Oh, dear.
So she really enjoys when she's getting beat up. And that's your crew of misfits, right? I've thought about throwing this show at Media Dump because it's a fucking funny anime. But this game is about, you find this stone and there's magic to it. And it grants you if you think of, you put ingredients into it and it makes these magical clothings that are like the most beautiful dresses and things you've ever seen, the materials are the best materials you've ever, all of this stuff, but it curses the person that uses it and takes their desires and flips them. So Darkness used it, and now she's a sadist who just is like mean and stern and wants to beat everybody up, and they're like, whoa, how do we reverse this? So that's where I'm at in there right now.
Interesting.
It sounds
I
very
picked up
silly.
God Wars. It's very silly, and I just enjoy it. It'll be a comfort game for me going forward. Mick, think Neptunia humor without the video game references.
Okay.
So that's basically what it is. I got God Wars: The Complete Legend, which is like a strategy RPG, but it's all of these mythological Chinese gods. I got the Made in Abyss game, Binary Star Falling into Darkness, which is actually like a 3D fucking game. I got ReZero: Starting Life in Another World, The Prophecy of the Throne, which is a visual novel.
You're so anime right now.
It was anime sale.
Oh, that makes sense.
So there it is.
Shiren the Wanderer, The Tower of Fortune and the Dice of Fate.
Sweet.
Which just looks, it was an old school looking game that looked really cool.
I think Shiren the Wanderer is the same series as the Mystery Dungeon games, like Chocobo's Mystery Dungeon and Pokemon Mystery Dungeon.
Oh, okay. I can get behind that. There was one other thing. Oh, I got the Rance series. Any of you heard about Rance? RANCE.
I have not.
This is vaguely
Yeah, the
familiar.
name sounds like I should know
think
it,
I
but
know
I
where
don't
this is
know what
going.
it is off my head.
Oh shit! I know what you're talking about.
Okay, so Rance games, they're old school Japanese computer games. They first came out in like 1980s, but they've been updated. Here's the thing about Rance games. They're very entertaining. Each one is a different gameplay style. Rance may be the most vile and despicable playable character you have ever seen in your entire life. He is a grade A piece of shit, but there's something charming about him. I don't know how to describe it. Like, he is a fucking prick. He talks to women like they're pieces of shit. He just wants to fuck everything that moves that's a female. He thinks he's the greatest knight ever, so he's a dick to every dude that talks to him. Like, his ego is ridiculous, but
He makes Duke Nukem look like a perfect gentleman.
yes, that's a good way. That is a good way to put it. Yeah.
I like I said, I
Interesting.
suddenly remember. I'm like, oh, Rance.
And
Nukem is not a perfect gentleman.
there are H scenes in the game, but I don't think they're quite as intense as like games that are focused on that, if that makes sense. But I could be wrong. I have not gotten that far. But I have just watched a couple of videos about the Rance series.
Dalton hasn't
and
got to third base with his own video game. Get owned.
I haven't gotten.
Hey,
I haven't gotten there yet.
I haven't gotten there yet on House Party.
House
so
Party?
Oh, fair enough.
I still need to start up House Party. When Mick's like, I think I'm going to play this. I said, look, I'll play it too, and there you go. There's the first After Dark. Me and you can talk about fucking House
There's
Party.
apparently some humor and stuff in it. I mean, it's not just, rotten
You can
stuff.
play House Party without the sex scenes, actually.
You can, but even so, it's completely banned on Twitch even if you do that, which I think is kind of hilarious.
So how do people
You can
stream
do it.
They
no
don't.
one does. You can do it.
Yeah, you don't.
I guess you ban. I guess you stream it on
to
Kick or
Discord.
whatever.
Well, you could stream it on Mixer. Oh wait,
Facebook gaming? Oh, wait.
man!
So, yeah,
of
that's-
all of these, Twitch is the one that's still around.
Who would have thought we'd still be watching Justin.tv all these years later?
I mean, I
Right.
don't really watch it, but
Fuck it, I'll tell you this.
it's there.
Yeah,
Zeke from Drop Frames started streaming on Justin.tv.
yeah. I mean,
That's wild to me. That's a
very
long ass
old
time
school.
ago.
But I mean, I still remember. I remember the stupid little monkey icon that looked vaguely like Bonzi Buddy.
He tells this one story where he goes, dude, I got a copyright flag one time because I was just like fucking watching episodes of South Park and shit with my with my viewers. Just didn't even think about like this was breaking copyright or anything. I just was like, fuck it. You guys want to watch some anime? Let's watch some fun. And he would just put shit on and watch it, and then he got hit with a copyright. Like, oh, I can't do that. Oh, okay.
Have I ever told you one of my favorite things I ever heard about a streamer doing to get around a copyright thing once? There was this guy that used to stream UFC shows, like actual pay-per-views, but he would sit there with like a picture-in-picture of himself with like a controller acting like he was playing them and commenting along with it as if it was just a game.
I've seen screenshots of that guy, and I'm like, what a legend.
That is just brilliant.
Didn't PewDiePie used to do that stuff?
I wouldn't be surprised. He kind of is a don't give a full fucks type of guy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Funny enough, that's actually how they score like boxing matches and shit.
They just have a little...
Like, no joke, they try and do inputs to match what they're seeing on the screen like they're playing it, and the computer will tally up scores and shit from that.
CompuBox is
That's
crazy.
Interesting.
It says here you just entered all the commands for Parappa the Rappa, and it turns out that is actually a 10-7 round. Congratulations.
Did you just put in the Konami code?
That means you won by fatality. I didn't know that was allowed in boxing.
Back B, we give you a fucking PlayStation controller. How'd you do that shit?
So there were only two other things I wanted to mention. One, today at work was oil day, because if you take 710 and you flip it over and mirror it or some weird shit, it kind of looks like oil. So all of our concentrates and oils were on sale. So today was busy as fuck. But from tomorrow until Thursday, I am off work.
Yay.
Huzzah. And 4 of those days are paid.
Nice.
That's what I'm talking about.
Woot.
Sweet.
But I was watching a video last night about a game that is on Steam that I might have to buy for us, even if it is a janky piece of shit that might not actually work all the way through for us. Dane, I sent you the video. Willie, Mick, have you guys ever heard of a game called Drowned God?
No, I have not.
The phrase
I think it's
sounds
called
familiar, but it...
Drowned God Conspiracy of the
I've
Ages.
seen stuff about it before.
It's not...
But
I'm not hitting anything solid in my brain meats.
Yeah, Drowned God Conspiracy of the Ages. Okay, so there was this dude. What was his fucking name? Hold on, let me see if I can find it somewhere in these comments quickly. All right, let me
he was
try.
a professor at Miskatonic University.
It was Abdul Al-Hazred.
He had a cat with an interesting
Oh
name.
God.
Harry Horse, British author, illustrator, and political cartoonist.
Nope.
So anyway, the video.
I mean, most horses are pretty
called it-
hairy, though.
In fact, I'm going to read the entire title so I don't get it wrong. The most esoteric video game ever made.
Oh.
So there's a lot of shit going on in this game, right? And it looks really interesting. Very inspired by Myst.
Okay.
Like, plays exactly like Myst. Because the dude was like, he played Myst and was like, I could use this format to get this idea I have in my head. So it's a whole bunch of cult and conspiracy shit throughout the entire game. But there's a part where you have to play a puzzle. And the puzzle is notoriously ridiculously difficult. It's like a fire chess game type thing that you're playing against this computer guy. And I don't remember what it is, but if it's on the CD-ROM version, I don't know if it would be in the Steam version, but there's a Easter egg that if you fuck up during that spot, you just randomly hear, you suck.
Butthead?
It's fucking Butthead. And I'm like, what the fuck? What a weird Easter egg. So yeah, that might be something we have to check out sometime if we do like a retro month.
I would love to see like a Beavis and
sounds like
Butthead
fun.
spoof of like a Myst type game. Fucking one of those guys is doing their little rants in the book, and all of a sudden they're just like, oh, this guy's dressed like a dumbass.
This guy's a fucking dork.
Yeah, he is.
There's a couple Beavis and Butthead PC games.
There are, but
We'd have to do some finagling to get them to work.
I don't know, man. There were also like console games, and I'm pretty sure they were all terrible.
The
Yeah,
point and
yeah.
click ones were pretty good.
Really?
The PC
Okay.
ones, the DOS ones?
I would trust a
No, they were actually
I would
decent.
trust a point and click game, but I just remember like all the weird like console games they made of like adult oriented cartoons were all fucking like every Simpsons console game was fucking terrible. Every
Oh,
Bart
yeah.
versus Space
yeah,
Mutants.
Bart vs. Space Mutants, Virtual Bart, Bart's Nightmare, all of them are mega trash. Bart versus the World.
I don't know. I liked running over shit in virtual.
Wasn't there a 3D one,
Racing
Virtual
Rally
Bart?
level?
Man, I don't know. I guess eventually they came out with like Hit and Run and stuff like that, which
Road Rage and Hit and
Road
Run
Rage
were
and
great.
But does that make up for
But it took a long time to
say
get there.
Simpsons wrestling? Really?
Dude, I owned for PlayStation. I owned Simpsons
It
Wrestling.
sounds like exactly what you would own.
And-
That is the least surprising thing you could tell me.
I bought it thinking wrestling, and that is
It's
not a wrestling game.
It's barely a Simpsons game.
That is a very janky fighting game that takes place in a wrestling ring. Boxing. It's actually a boxing ring.
Yeah.
Because the ropes are slack, if I remember.
Oh, interesting.
But anyway, Dane, what you been
I
up to,
will
man?
tell
You're
you.
the guest.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, you good?
Oh, I was just gonna say Simpsons Hit and Run was a good game. That's all. That's
Simpsons
it.
Hit and
That's,
Run was a fucking fantastic.
Yeah, that's like probably...
that's it. That's the joke.
It's like the only one I feel like was really super fondly remembered is Hit and Run, Road Rage, and the arcade beat 'em up game.
The arcade beat 'em up game. I forgot about that.
That one's dope.
I had a great time playing that in the arcade.
That's why I specifically said console
that
games
was the one I
and
always
not
think of.
just Simpsons games, because, yeah.
I need to get one of those before I can't anymore.
Yeah. It's one of those golden
'Cause
age
arcade
of
one-up
like
was-
arcade beat 'em ups. It's like that, Ninja Turtles and X-Men were like the best licensed ones.
Facts.
Just great ones to get 3 other kids and put way too many quarters into.
Oh,
Either
I
way, you're fucking
love. Whenever I go to a barcade, if Simpsons is there, I am totally down to play.
I'm
Nah,
ready.
he's pulled up a jar of quarters.
Always look for the Elvira pinball machine.
Hell yeah.
I know Adam's Family is like the classic one people think of, but I like the Elvira.
There are actually
one.
3 Elvira ones, and they're all pretty damn good.
Shit, I didn't
There
know there
are.
were 3.
There are 2 Elvira point-and-click games on PC.
Yeah, I really want to check those out sometime, because they apparently have her, like, sense of humor, her, like, really suggestive and silly horror-themed sense of humor to them that I'd really like to check out.
Oh my god, lady, how's your head? Oh, I've never had any
Yeah,
complaints.
exactly.
I have that gift listed in my favorites.
It's so good, dude. That's like one of the best lines ever.
Oh.
Dane, what you been up to, man? You're the guest.
So, I've been on a nerd journey this past week. So, I've been doing home lab shit for a couple years now. And about a year ago, I bought some URLs. Got one for my home lab, one for the media dump website. Learned some networking, got the shit set up, and I had my Jellyfin and password manager and shit running through that for a while. Well, I decided to actually learn how Docker works. And I've migrated everything over, and I've been setting up my own beautiful Docker stack. So I'm going to brag for a second because I have automated piracy now.
What?
Okay,
What a
right there.
sentence.
Yeah, as Sony spirals down the you will own nothing and we will take it from you if you don't log in route, I have set it up to where I can just go in there and search for a movie or a TV show that I want, and the computer will be like, okay, I'll find the torrents, download that for you, rename the files, load it into your Jellyfin server. You never have to touch it. It all runs through a VPN. Your ISP will never know.
Sweet.
So
That is beautiful.
that feels like a fun accomplishment.
Yeah, that
All
is
this through the
beautiful.
magic of containerization? Damn.
Yeah,
I've got this wonderful Docker stack running now.
That's cray-cray.
quickly,
What's up?
since you brought it up, I want to touch on the fact that like I have always been a Sony boy, and they're fucking killing me right now with the whole we're not doing discs anymore. And then they're like, oh, and also by the way, last year we snuck into the terms of service that if you don't log into your account for 3 years, we can shut it off, and you lose access to all of your games that you paid money for. Congratulations.
So I actually posted this in our out of context. A friend of mine who I've told stories on Media Dump about dressing like a ninja and hiding in his apartment and catching him with his pants down and beating the shit out of him.
Yeah.
So his name is Chris. I'm going to tell him that I mentioned him. He has been crashing out hard on Facebook for the last couple of days, just ranting about Sony.
that post. Okay.
He sent me a private message. He had a PlayStation logo tattoo, and he is considering some very, very violent and scarring removal right now.
Wow.
He is
I
just
mean-
losing his shit.
it
over
I
all
can't
this.
say that I blame him, but wow.
I would tell him that getting that covered is a lot cheaper than the medical bill from whatever he is thinking.
Well, he does construction stuff, so I know he has a lot of power tools. And while he might have got on the wagon, this might push him off. And drunk decisions, speaking from experience, are no usually not good ones.
I don't know. I think that your My Little Pony forehead tattoo looks great.
Yeah, but they had to go futa with it, and it just it looks weird. It's a bad look at church.
Some people just can't handle the truth.
I don't know enough of My Little Pony to be able to make a good
I know,
My
I'm
Little
over here
Pony
thinking,
joke.
I think Pinkie Pie is one of them, or is it PewDiePie? I don't fucking know. Help me.
I know one of them's called Twilight
Yeah.
Sparkle, and my daughter says the word
I
alicorn
think
a
that's
lot.
the name of if a Pegasus is also a unicorn. And I only know that from an idol
Walk
game.
into your fucking
child's bedroom and she's in there playing Castlevania and you're like, oh, Alucard. Okay.
So the fact that they call them Pegasus is deeply upsets me because Pegasus was the winged horse's name.
Yeah.
I call them Draculas, so get over it.
My first ever DC Online character I named him Pegasi because it was like he was Psy, but I wanted him, he had wings, so I was thinking like Pegasus, but he was psychic, so I'm like, okay, Pegasi. And then I played for a long time and then realized that looking at it, most people looked at it and probably went, the fuck is Pegasi? And it ruined it for me. So
my name's Eberil Pegasi. Sorry.
Pegasi.
I pulled up out of that joke.
Hey, what's the matter for you?
I'm a melting your fucking brain. I'm a fucking a villain.
Now all I can think about is Megamind, how he mispronounces everything like Metrocity.
Nice.
And Shul.
Hello,
It's the only Will Ferrell thing that I've ever truly enjoyed.
Will Ferrell did the voice of Megamind?
What's that now?
Will Ferrell did the voice of Megamind?
Yeah.
Today I learned.
The more you know. Now you know, and knowing is how you know stuff.
Really? That's how you know
that
stuff?
really sounded like something Stuart Ashens would have said in one of his videos.
I think I stole it from Flip the Table.
I don't know why I just talked about Ashens like he's
learned-
past tense. He's still doing the exact same shit he was doing 15 years ago.
I learned the other day the origin of the word kawaii, and I didn't realize that meant cute aggression. I thought it just meant cute. But kawaii, like translated, is something is so cute that you're just like, oh my god, that's so cute. Like you get cute aggression.
Kawaii.
Kawaii. And it was all because of an artist who had to make his drawings perfect, and he drew these puppies that everyone went crazy for back in Edo, Japan, or whatever. Like, it's very interesting.
This is like the weebiest thing I've ever heard you say. And you were talking about an izakaya earlier.
I learned it from there's a dude I watch on Facebook who's very, very funny, but he also like tells you about Japanese history.
I have a feeling I know the exact guy you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I know.
He's on Facebook Shorts too, or YouTube Shorts if he's the guy I think he is. Like it's
Yeah, he's like standing in the kimono.
He speaks with like a really dramatic, like he yells a lot type, but in like a Japanese movie type.
Also,
that's the guy. Yeah,
him. Yeah, he's fantastic.
Very funny
dude.
shit. Very educational. Very funny.
Me and Nate send his clips back and forth to one another. But yeah, I know you calling me a weeb is pot.
Now I
calling
gotta
kettle.
I gotta find the guy's name so we can actually shout him out proper on the episode.
Yeah, I gotta give him a good shout out. I know he writes books.
He does. So we are talking about the same dude. Hold on, let's see. If I get on my other account, the one I use on Opera, I'll probably be able to find him.
I hate to admit that Opera has become a porn browser because it got a built-in VPN.
I can totally understand that.
And because in Florida,
Oh, is Florida locked down too?
yeah, yes it is. And you go to Pornhub, it's like, sorry, we don't offer this here anymore. I'm like, okay, well then let me go to YouPorn. Sorry, we can't offer this anymore. They're still.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you, I'm in Canada now.
Yeah. I actually moved to Canada for the next 20 minutes.
There he is.
What cracks me up is
20 minutes, 19 minutes of searching.
yes, there's a site that I use that still works, but only half the videos work. Some videos work and some of them are locked, and I haven't been able to figure out.
The guy's name is Kyotako. Yep.
Kyotako. Very entertaining. Very good follow.
Very good stuff. Does a lot of stuff about the history and culture of Japan. Has a lot of writing about stuff. He's got books called titles like Folk Tales of Japan, Underdogs of Japanese History, Horror Tales of Japan, Love Tales of Ancient Japan, and he does a lot of stories about like interesting topics that both explain how the culture got to where it is today and just like also are just really fun stories.
Yeah, the one that I watched this morning before I went to work was about the two neighboring regions that share Mount Fuji, and they argue over who actually owns it and who has the more beautiful side. And dude, that's some funny shit.
There were so many great little arguments in that video too. Like that one of them's the one that's depicted on like the currency, for instance.
Like yes, but though that happened, that's on the back of the dollar, meaning that's the
exactly.
back side.
Oh my god,
we see the front side. Like it's petty shit like that, and it's fantastic.
Which side is it that has the fucking privacy fence blocking your view of Mount Fuji to stop people from like stopping in the middle of the fucking road and holding up traffic?
Oh, that I don't know. I'd have to look that up, but that's fucking hilarious.
I would say whichever side that is loses. If you would block the view of Fuji.
It sounds like a metaphor for fucking something up to fence in a mountain. It sounds like that's like some old idiom to do something really fucking stupid and petty.
To fence in the mountain, you do not but drown the pebble. And you're like, what the fuck does that mean? And then like one day you're like 75, you're walking down the road and you step in a puddle and you look down and it just suddenly clicks. And so everything makes sense. And you just look to the sky and you're like, I understand now. And then you get hit by a fucking bus.
And then you become a level 99 hero in a level 1 world.
There we go. We just wrote the next hit, Isekai. Oh, man, tremendous. Dane, you been up to anything else?
Oh, what the fuck else have I been up to? We talked about my other most recent obsession in the Patreon section. And the other shenanigan I was up to, we will wait until the end of the episode for me to share.
Ooh.
So I have been up to shenanigans.
Yes.
So wait, you
So,
Again?
Again.
I shenaned.
He's Sinead O'Connor'd.
And I have a gift for the show, but I'm gonna wait until the end of it to present it.
He's going to rip a picture of the Pope in two. Mick, what about you, man? What you been doing?
Well, I suppose we got to talk about needles and arms.
You're back on heroin.
Oh yeah, that heroin is called Final Fantasy
Oh, no,
14.
not again.
Oh, again?
Shit, heroin's cheaper.
So, I'm home for the summer. So, in addition to full-time YouTube, I decided while I was doing full-time YouTube, I would also start queuing up for my dailies because the new expansion drops in January, and the early access for the Switch 2 version of Final Fantasy XIV drops next month. So, I figured this was as good a time as any to start chipping away at my relic weapon, because I don't know when I'm going to have time to do it anytime in the future. Like, once the end of August hits, like, there's no way I'm going to be able to queue up for daily dungeons and shit like that, so I figure I might as well do it now.
So what you're telling me is we're never going to play Guild Wars 2.
Probably not, unfortunately. My things are just... Yeah, having a kid does things to you that have to do with, not having time to do anything. But then taking in a high anxiety puppy will take away the rest of your free time. So
And your innocence in your sleep.
no, that's only you, Dane. Only you.
Nick's ain't big enough to flop out.
Damn.
Mine didn't flop out. He went digging. He loves the cock.
I am a dog and I'm digging a
Digging
hole.
for the bone.
I was going to say dig and
That's pretty
dicky
good, too.
hole. Dig and dicky hole.
I don't know how I feel about this meme that has sprouted out around my dog and my penis.
It's your own fault for making it public.
The meme that you created.
I'm going to make an emoji on the Discord.
Use my
don't.
shirt design.
Please don't.
So,
Use my shirt design. We really are going to sell them.
I'm going to add that to my what have I been up to. I made 2 new emojis for the Discord. One of those emojis says, fuck you, Jeff. And the other says, watch South Park.
Nice touch that you did the South Park sign.
Yes, thank you.
I will say that was a nice touch.
I'm also toying with a goddammit Dalton emoji. Because I figure that's said often enough on the show that I feel like that needs to be an emoji for.
Yeah,
So I also think that's on the soundboard in our Discord. So
it is on the soundboard.
yeah, so we might as well
God
make an
damn
emoji
it,
that
Dalton.
goes with it.
Oh man, when you told me earlier that there was a possibility that you weren't going to make it, I had this whole thing planned where like you had taken the episode off because you were training your stomach for CES and you wanted to be ready to go. So, I had this whole thing planned out, and then you were like, "Actually, I'll show up," and I'm like, "Cool." And then I was just like, I won't even bring that up.
And here we are.
And here we are.
So yeah. What else?
Sometimes on this podcast, I
I'm
feel like
fighting
we're
with a
3 or 4
PS2.
dudes trying to take a shit on 2 toilets, man.
That is a fucking sentence.
I mean, I just felt it.
I have never heard that before. Oh my god, that got
It's
me.
the only
dude.
way I could describe it.
Oh, dude.
Willie, can you do me a
Probably
favor?
not.
Can you just scooch over to the right
Jiggle
just
the
a
handle.
little bit, so that way I can at least get my
Yeah, it's okay. I got a window chic.
Because otherwise I'm going to be dribbling down the side, and I don't want to have to clean that up.
Release the Kraken.
Just a little bit to the right. You know, Dane's over there getting a BJ from his dog. You know, it's fine. We could share this toilet. You know, it's just got to scooch over just a little
I'm
bit.
just writing on the walls anyway.
My question to you, Jesus Christ.
I love how that joke grenaded.
This is a bad segment. I'm only making it worse.
So Power World
You're
1.0
just
came out.
smearing it all over the place.
How do you feel about that, Nick?
I'm playing it right now.
Power World. I heard
He's
it's
feeling
a
pretty
video
good.
game.
He's feeling pretty good.
Didn't they add something? I think they added like 72 new fucking creatures when they released 1.0 or some shit.
Dude, and some of them are in the beginning
wow.
area. Like,
I
honestly,
installed it, so.
my advice for anybody who's played Power World in the past who's now going back to 1.0, just start over, dude.
Well, let me tell you what. I'm going to start over anyway, because last time I loaded up Power World and loaded into my old save, I was on some floating big-ass platform with a bunch of enemies, and I had a big-ass flying POW, I almost said Pokemon, POW with me, and I had no idea what was going on. And I'm like, I don't even know where I am. I'm going to start this over, and then I never did. So I was like, I'm going to wait for 1.0. Now that that's here, I think I'm going to join the other 200,000 players that were playing concurrently earlier today.
We could probably start up a multiplayer game if we wanted to host it for the Discord.
Soiva?
A Soiva. I gotta see what it takes to have a multiplayer server. If one person has to have the game running at all times.
I'm sure
or
it's
not.
one of those things like Minecraft where you could probably rent a dedicated server or share online or something.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping, but I have no idea.
Hopefully it wouldn't be too much. Maybe like $50 a year or
That
something
seems
like that.
about reasonable.
That'd be fine.
Yeah, I would chip in for that if everybody could join in and play it, you know.
I think that would be fun.
I don't have the game, but if someone bought it for me, I would join the server to deface it.
Of course you would.
Next time I see it on a sale.
Actually, if
Willie,
you guys
I'll
have
sign
ever played like a Minecraft type game with me, I usually just walk around building roads between people's houses like a weirdo.
dude. That's fine by me. Build roads all you want to. I suck at making roads, so I'm really good at building upwards. So you want a nice high rise? I got you.
I'm bad at roads too, but I could pretty easily make a base. And yeah, like you said, I built the way bases are is that they're just meant to be built upwards. I don't know any other way to do it.
Yeah. So one other thing I want to ask you about, because I know you had mentioned this, and I don't want you to forget, and then we can ask Billy what he's been up to and move on to our game of the week. You've been having some issues with a PS2?
I have been having some issues with the PS2. Have you ever tried to mod a PS2?
Never felt the need to.
A little bit.
I just plug mine in and it works.
I'm going to tell you something. Don't bother. It is a nightmare. Literal nightmare. Like, that system...
You fucking nightmare!
I mean, it's fine. You get a hard drive, you plug in the hard drive, you make a free McBoot card, you could play PS2 games, and that's fine. You put the ISOs. Dude, just do that. Don't do anything else with it. It's not worth it. Like, PS1 games, you would think that would be easy. It's not.
Dude, PS1 ROMs are so fucking wild, because sometimes you just get the 2 files that you need. And sometimes you get 30 track files and then a bin file, and you're like, what the fuck do I do with
what the fuck do I
this?
do with that? You got to make an M3U, or you could actually
That's what I was going to say.
convert them all to CHD, and that usually just puts it down on one file. But PlayStation 2 doesn't take CHD files. They take VCD files, which are different. I hate converting files.
Do I look like I know what a JPEG
pain.
is?
See, I ended up making up a script.
My mouth
I
is
ended
like
up
a
making
broken
script that would just
JPEG.
automatically create the M3Us. And that's what I ended up using on my little Ambernick.
Oh, and don't get me started on the fact that this fucking guy, you want to do custom artwork? For PS2 games, you just use a program and it downloads it and it matches the game idea, no problem. PS1, you have to download the files and then manually change every single one to match the file name of the PS1 game. It took me almost 2 hours.
I remember doing something similar like that in Retrogue on my PC when you were telling me about how I could customize it, and I never knew that. And
now
I went
you
in and
could
did all that.
Now you can auto-download those artworks just by clicking a button, and it just does it.
Yeah. Now.
But, yeah. So, I don't know. Like, Dane, you have an Amernic. I know, Dalton, you have an Ioneo. And Willie has an AYN.
Yes, Odin.
Those are all better ways to play PS2 than on a PS2.
Honestly, dude, I used to smoke exclusively in my garage. That was my smoke room. That's where we used to play D&D. Like, that was the hangout room in the colder months. And I had a old CRT.
Colder months.
Yeah, you know, when it's down to like 30, 20, around in there. Like, just like when it's colder. That's colder for Florida, motherfucker. So, in the colder months when we would... Because otherwise, you sit in the garage, there's no AC in there, so you'll just fry. Like, I do not recommend going in my attic right now. You will die. But we would sit out there, smoke, and I had a CRT set up where the button was broken. You had to take a Sharpie and stick it in the hole and press the thing on the inside. But I had a PS2 hooked up, and I had SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 and Kingdom Hearts. And those were the two games that I kept out there that we would either play one or the other while we were sitting out there smoking or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, those were good times, man. I miss playing those D&D games that we had too were great.
I mean, the PS2 is a system. I don't have nostalgia for it, but I like it. I appreciate it for what it is. I like that you can put a hard drive in it. And I like that, like, there were MMOs on it that saved to that hard drive. Like, all that was badass. But trying to mod one in 2026, very hard to do. And it's a terrible, terrible emulator, by the way.
And speaking of the PS2, when we played Metal Gear Solid 2, I'm still not letting you live down the fact that you complained about all of the cutscenes in that game and then proceeded to pick Final Fantasy, the interactive movie, as the next game.
I'm going to pick Quantum Break as my next pick, just for that.
Hey, that's fine. I love a choose your own adventure, bitch. Let's do some dark picture games.
Quantum Break is a game that after every level you are treated to a legit 45-minute episode.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, that's the Alan Wake people, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Remedy. Oh, dude, if it's a fucking Remedy game, I'm in. I bet those 45-minute things are fucking entertaining as shit.
I mean,
it's like Alan Wake 2 just having a random dance number in the middle of it.
pretty much.
So yeah, pick Quantum Break. I would love that.
I do have something
But if you
in mind.
do,
Trent and Dalton with a good time.
I will put Dark Picture games out, and I would love to see you stream the Dark Picture game. Or Until Dawn.
Isn't Until
would be
Dawn
fun.
a scary game?
So are the Dark Picture games.
Theoretically, the movie is hilarious.
Interesting.
Oh, I can't imagine how the movie is. Anyways.
It's on Netflix.
Anyway, that video's coming out soon. Just because I want it done. I want it gone. And I'll probably end up using that PS2 downstairs anyways. Dude, you should see the box I got for it, the like converter box. It's like it's as big as a Steam Deck. It's huge. But like you could run a SCART cable, you could run a component cable, you could run a VGA cable. It's like it could do, and it's app controlled. Like you could control the resolution from your phone, you could pick presets, you could save them. Like it's a freaking $89 honker of a converter, but it was the only way that I was able to get a clear picture.
I scarred my honker until she pictured. On that note, Willie, what have you been up to?
I like that face Mick is making. It just looks like if you bottled regret and distilled it, you could make an emoji out of it.
Mixed done
He's
with
just
my shit
looking
for the night.
away. Like, all the down, all the right, all the gone. You disappointed him. You let him down, bro. Man, I have not been doing as much. Oh, he's gone. Bye-bye. So I've not really been up to all that much this last couple weeks, honestly. Like, so we had a pretty bad heat wave. I mean, you guys probably, I don't know if you guys had it too, but it was just really rough. And I ended up, and my car doesn't have air conditioning in it. And at one point I went to go like pick up some food for the family. And for whatever reason, like, even though it was only a couple minutes, like a couple miles drive each from my place to there, and then for there, and I went inside the Wendy's to sit in the air conditioning for a little bit. But by the time I brought the food to my parents' place, like, I was like having like a genuine like heat problem. Like, I had to just sit down and hyperventilate and, drink my drink really quick, and just, like, I was in a mess. And then after that, like, I haven't been able to get out, like, during the daytime since then. So, it knocked my sleep schedule upside down, and now I'm having, like, some kind of, like, reverse seasonal depression because I'm not getting any sunlight. So I've just been at really low energy and not been up to too much.
It's been fucking brutal hot, dude. Today's real feel here.
Yeah,
was
I think that's what it was
111
the day
degrees.
that I went out to the Wendy's and just really messed everything up.
Yeah, it's fucking gnarly. It's not doing any good for my fucking arm tan. It's still insane. So I feel you, dude. Especially up there when you're probably not used to the Florida
I'm
kind of
used to it
heat.
getting pretty bad. It's just I've always been wimpy about the southern humid heat in the first place. So, it's never been good for me, and it feels like it just gets worse and worse each year. Yeah.
Yeah, I much prefer the cold, dude.
Let's see. So if there is anything I've been up to, I'm trying to see if I can figure it out. I haven't been watching it, but Games Done Quick is going on right now, and there's some games I'm interested in watching. I found it interesting that there's like a mod for Half-Life called Gordon and Daxter, and yeah, it's a platformer inspired by what you're thinking. Yeah, I thought that sounded really
fantastic.
neat. And just some other stuff that looked really interesting. I'm just going to have to go through and watch individually when it's all done, because I'm more interested in just watching the VODs these days than trying to catch everything live.
Yeah, that's kind of how I've been with
Yeah.
like the Joshi wrestling.
Well, the time zones and shit too, Yeah.
I don't want to wake up at 4 and 5 a.m. Yeah, I'm ready to go to bed around that time.
And so, like, damn, like, I literally, like, last night, for instance, I just didn't sleep. I just kind of was playing Dark Souls through most of the night, and I'm still up from it, so maybe I'll get to sleep at, like, 2 a.m. tonight and hopefully not sleep until 7 p.m. tomorroing.
Get you a good,
That's
at least
the idea.
hopefully get some good rest.
But I'm still hanging in for the I almost called it the stream, for the show. I'm here, having a good time. Got my caffeines. Yeah.
All of our viewers on
Hey,
the
chat.
stream.
Hey, chat.
Yeah.
Thanks for the bits. We got a
Chat
we
is
got
so
a
serious.
we got a
Sleep
super chat. We
deprivation
got a
is
super
getting
chat
to
here. 16 South African rand from Weedlord420. Thank you, Weedlord. It says here, you guys suck at Dark Souls. Damn, we haven't even talked about it yet.
I think I did pretty well
You
considering
did better than you did at Jump King.
my aversion. I did
You
okay
did do
in
pretty
Jump
well
King,
after the show,
you
honestly.
fuck.
I'm just giving you shit. Yeah,
After the show,
I was going to say, last I heard, he didn't do.
I got one screen farther than Dalton, and I gave it a rating on the next episode. I've redeemed myself.
$5 donation from enthusiast Jeff. Fuck you, Mick. We're not watching South Park.
Fuck you, Jeff. Watch South Park.
all right, you boys all ready to dive into our game of the game of the episode? All righty. Let me pull over the Wikipedia bullshit and read through it real quick. This was a poll winner. Dark Souls is a 2011 action role-playing game developed by From Software and published by Namco Bandai Games. It is the first game in the Dark Souls series and a spiritual successor to FromSoft's Demon Souls, which itself was a spiritual successor to the Kingsfield games. Set in the kingdom of Lordran, the game follows a cursed undead character who escapes from the Northern Undead Asylum and travels through Lordran to discover the fate of the undead. Gameplay centers on exploration, deliberate combat, character customization, online interactions including messages, cooperative play, and invasions, and knocking your dick into the dirt.
Does it actually say that in the last part?
No, I added that last bit.
Oh, okay.
Now, in our host chat, I'm going to go ahead and get this out of the way. Nate mentioned a Quentin Tarantino joke about this game. I don't remember specifically what it was. And I said, funny enough, I have a similar thing that I know of Dark Souls to regale on the episode. So I don't remember if I told this on Steam Machine or if I told it on Media Dump. Either way, I'm going to talk about it again. So I'm browsing Twitter one day, looking at various wrestling news, and I just see a post from Dexerto, I think is how you pronounce it. And they usually just post like gaming news or streamer news and things like that. And it says, streamer banned for streaming Dark Souls on her feet. And I'm like, what? So she called her stream Dark Souls, Soles, and she green screened the soles of her feet and had the gameplay playing on that.
Which is
So when you
kind of
watch- which is
genius.
Fucking brilliant.
It's fucking brilliant. It's fucking hilarious too. Like, that is a great pun. And she got banned from Twitch. And I'm like,
So,
are we
somebody beat off to that.
Are we at that point where, like, showing feet will get you banned on Twitch? Like, I appreciate a pair of pretty feet. Everyone that knows me knows that. But, like, I don't look at just, like, random things like that and be like, oh, this is porn. And if there's enough people like that is a fucking bannable offense, what the fuck is wrong with you people? And that's saying a lot coming from me. When I'm asking that question, there are fucking problems. But I thought that was fucking insanely, like, creative. And I mean, it was literally just her feet up on the table, like, together, and they made a little screen and you could see her character gameplay. And I'm like, how the fuck did that even work? Like, I get chroma key and all of that, but, like, I didn't realize you could do it, like, on person without being, like, movie editing and shit like this. So it was cool. I'm like, that is super, like you said, creative and brilliant. So now, Nate, now you know what I was talking about, because Nate was very curious as to how the fuck his Quentin Tarantino joke led to me being like, oh, I actually have something to talk about on the show.
It was a roundabout one, but I was really curious as well.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, Dark Souls. None of us picked this, so I can't ask them first. So I will say, Dane, you are the most experienced with the Dark Souls games, and you are our guest. So, what was your first impressions, the first time you played it, and your first experience, and then what was it like this time?
So the very first time that I played it was, why the fuck are all the attack buttons shoulder keys when I don't hold a gun?
Of a very specific year.
Like, this was the controls for this game. The very first time I picked it up, I set it down within minutes and said to my brother, "This is fucking stupid. I'm not playing this game."
Now,
He kept at me.
Elden Ring and future games have the same control scheme?
Yeah, that's pretty much a standard Souls setup.
Yeah.
And yeah, once you get used to it, it makes perfect sense. But
Until then.
going in blind, and I'm a Devil May Cry player, which is very, very high-paced, twitchy, everything's face buttons that you're actually going to use unless you're doing Devil Trigger. Then you bump the shoulder. Yeah, the very first time that I touched this game,
I really do
bounced
feel that
immediately
the
off.
high use of shoulders just feels more ergonomic than trying to do everything with one thumb, though.
Yeah, I'm not
I'm just saying
arguing
that
that it's
time,
not a good
yes.
control scheme, but it was just so foreign to me. Yeah. I was like, fuck this shit. So my first real run with the game I have talked about multiple times, but I suppose it bears repeating since it is for this episode. The first time I actually gave it a chance, I got stuck on the make or break boss fight at the midpoint of the game, Ornstein and Smo, for 2 solid weeks. At which point I finally beat them, but instead of being elated that I'd proceeded, my brother's like, great, that was the halfway point. And I crashed the fuck out and quit playing video games for the better part of 5 years.
Bullshit. Like, entirely.
Yes, like the only possible exception is I might have played a little bit of Terraria as an idle game from time to time. But yeah, just I bought 600 board games and said I'm done with digital gaming until picking up Tadpog and listening to them and rediscovering the old games and like, okay, you know what? They're not all Dark Souls. And I revisited it again while my wife was pregnant, thinking, all right, this is a game I can't pause. So if I'm going to play this as an expecting father, now's the time because I don't have another chance for the next 5 years. So about 2 months before my wife was due, I picked the game up and rocketing through it, beat Ornstein and Smo on the first day, not the first try, but the first day that I reached them. And I'm making really good time. I'm in the middle of the demon ruins. I've already got one of the Lord Souls down. And I go to work one Sunday morning. It was supposed to be my day off. And as I'm walking in to punch in, my wife calls me and says, my water just broke. I said, you're not due for 2 months. She's like, I didn't piss myself. So my daughter Souls blocked me. And I didn't touch the game again until a month before Elden Ring came out. And that was when I got my first finish in.
Oh man, that's wild.
And I know I don't normally mention my daughter's name, but her middle name is Gwen.
Okay.
My wife
much
thinks
of an
her named her
impression.
after her mom.
That much of an impression.
That's tremendous. All right, then. Let's see. Mick, I asked you to get to a bell and ring it, and you did. So
I did.
What was your first impression?
I rang a
There's a really big
solitary
bell in your defense.
All right. So, all right. Are we ready
The
for the
biggest
story? Are we sure we're ready for the story?
I'm a turkey, baste me.
Because, like Dane, I'm gonna tell a story on the internet that I will probably never live down.
I am
It's a
all
fun
ears.
club.
So, my first impressions of this game were about 9 years ago. Back when I was a failed Twitch streamer. And I was challenged to play Dark Souls 3. And I was told, every time you die, you need to eat a piece of cheese. And so I'm like, this is a great idea. I'm all for it.
I don't ever want to shit again.
This is a terrible
One
idea.
man, 3 toilets.
This is a terrible idea. You son of a bitch, I'm in. Willie, can you scooch a little bit to the right? I got a turtle head poking out.
Dude, hold on. Pause. I heard someone say the other day, I'm growing a tail. And that was like, that is fantastic. Anyway, continue.
Anyway, so I go to the nearby deli. I grab 50 slices of cheese, and I set up my stream. I set up a cheese counter, little graphic of a piece of cheese with a clickable number next to it. I get about 25 deaths in, and I end the stream and proceed to go lay down for a while.
By a while, you mean December. You gotta hibernate.
2 days later, I took a nice shit.
I was about to say, dude, 50 is being generous in 2 different ways. One, that you would only die 50 times. And B, that you could physically eat 50 pieces of cheese.
In the span of 2 hours, the length of my stream.
Yeah,
Did you at least have a nice glass of wine with it, or
No. Can't drink on Twitch. You get banned for it.
Yeah, they're real weird
just
about
tell
that.
everybody it's grapefruit juice?
That's true.
This is as fucking stoner as this is going to make me sound. It's one of the reasons that I quit streaming on Twitch is because I really like to have a smoke while I'm gaming every now and then. And there would be like 4 to 6 hours that I was just on stream being like, man, I could really go for a joint and a fucking dip right now.
Yeah, and
Even though now, like, I guess if I just like have my titties out but my nipples are covered and I'm in a hot tub, then whatever goes.
so I have questions about that.
It'll cost you money.
Why?
I'll send you the pictures.
Okay, no, yes, but no.
They're advertising an HVAC business.
Why is clothing choice such a big deal on Twitch, and why does nobody seem to care?
I don't watch enough Twitch to really know what you're talking about. Clothing choice, what do you mean?
The fact that, like, you know, they are pretty strict about what you can wear, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Because I don't believe they want people jerking off to their stuff on Twitch.
But I still come across streamers that are very scant in their choices. I actually came across a streamer that was just wearing a bra a couple days ago.
I mean, those are people that are skirting the TOS to bring in the horny viewer.
But
Teenage
it's
boys.
it's still a bra. Like, why is that not a bannable offense? Like,
I don't have an answer for that. Dane, Willie, do you remember the website that Grimm found in Game Buds that was like
that
Twitch
it existed,
but
but I
for
don't
porn?
remember what it was called anymore.
It doesn't exist anymore. it did not
I
last.
can't imagine.
I
why.
remember
Yeah.
it was called
Great job.
something. I don't remember what it was either. But yeah,
Thank
That
you.
narrows it down.
it had
was
a it
Now,
had
but
a
remember,
name.
it was like really
it had a
specific, and
domain.
if I heard it again, I would immediately recognize it because it didn't sound like it wasn't called like boober.fart or whatever. It sounded like a web app.
God, there you go, Dane. Boober.fart.
I was gonna say,
Grab that
dang,
one.
can you buy that one?
What is the?
I mean, there
if there's
was
a
on
dot fart
SNL.
domain.
There was a classic
What is the,
clownpenis.fart sketch.
it was. But for listeners that may not know what the fuck any of us are talking about, it was this website where they were like cam girls, but they had to play video games. And I remember all of us tuning in one day in Game Buds to this girl because she was actively bitching about the fact that she had to play video games while streaming. And all of us were like, there are fucking a plethora of other sites that you could do this on that don't require you to play video games. You're on the one that requires video games. And you're bitching about having to play video games.
What was she playing? I'm very curious
Solitaire.
about this.
Yeah. She had Solitaire pulled up on her computer because that quote-unquote counted, I guess, because that's a game. But I appreciated, like, the dudes that were on there playing World of Warcraft with their cock and balls out. Like, good on you, dude. You're just sitting there, loving life, camera on your junk, maybe get a tip every now and then. Good on you. Just a tip.
I have a question about that, too.
No,
Joystick.tv.
That's
Is
more
the-
recent, I think. I know. I'm trying it
Google
too.
is failing me. Like the one time that an AI answer would be useful, they're not going to touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Plexstorm. I finally found it.
Plexstorm. Yep, that's it.
Plexstorm.
Plexstorm. 100%.
I think it's been gone for a while because I definitely typed in
Yeah, I'm
Twitch
looking at
like
this
adult site from 2022 because that's when I remembered this happening roughly.
I typed
I
it in, it brings
remember.
me to this site that's like, here are top-rated sites like Twitch, Cam Soda, Strip Chat, Chatterbait. I'm like, what? These are just porn. Like, this has nothing to do like Twitch.
Omegle.
Oh, God. I remember opening up Omegle after they closed it down because I had heard that there was a funny end-of-life message. And there was. It was basically like, you motherfuckers couldn't behave yourself, so we're shutting this shit down because you all are fucking disgusting or something, like something along those lines.
Well, did you ever play the Omegle drinking game?
No, but I remember the South Park episode that referenced what I think the drinking game was about.
Well, there's only one rule: drink when you see a naked dude.
You would
And like,
die.
it's a good way if you want to get alcohol poisoning.
Oh, my goodness. So Mick used to stream on Plexstorm, and he had a camera on his cock and balls, and he was eating cheese while playing Dark Souls. It was a very specific fetish, but people really enjoyed it.
I mean, they banned him for putting his feet on stream.
Just got a super chat that says "Show cheese, please."
Would you like a sandwich? Would you like a sandwich? Do you need something to drink? I get you some lemonade. How about I just suck on your cock and balls?
I actually I didn't know that you streamed on Twitch, so that was news to me.
Yeah. No, every now and again, Willie would
I was
would
there
watch,
sometimes.
but
I
you
was
were
never
there
a very good
sometimes.
Twitch streamer viewer.
Keep in mind, 9 years. Keep in mind,
Yeah.
9 years ago. Like that is not a small number. And I go back and look at the clips, and I'm like, well then, I was younger.
I was still in my 30s.
I was so much older then. I'm younger than that now.
What was I? I'm 45 now, so I was
What?
31.
That is
No.
It's a good
I
thing
don't
you're
think you
English
can math.
9 years ago? Wait a minute. 45, 35.
No,
it's 34.
try again.
Is that better?
Motherfucker, you were
Try it.
36.
Third time's the charm. I'm the one been drinking, and I can do this.
I'm an English teacher. Go fuck yourselves.
It's almost 1 o'clock. It's all
Okay, so
Willie,
I
what was your
played
first
Dark
impressions of
Souls
Dark
2
Souls?
like right when it first came out because when I was working in Nashville in around 2012 to 2015, all my friends were really into Dark Souls and chatted about it all the time, and they were excited for the sequel to come out. So I went ahead and got like a PS3 at the time and just to play it, and I really enjoyed it for a while, but I only ended up getting about 10-15 hours in. I didn't really finish it, and then I completely forgot everything I learned about it, like playing that game until we did Elden Ring essentially. Although the whole time since then I've been like, please put Bloodborne on a system I own, because I sold that PS3 at some point. And like I'd seen like part of a Let's Play of Bloodborne, and I'm like, okay, that's it. I can't watch any more than the first like 6 hours because I want to see what happens myself, you know?
Yeah.
I literally bought a
Yeah.
pawn shop
I can't
PS4
blame you.
just for Bloodborne.
Yep.
It is just a Bloodborne machine.
I've thought about buying Bloodborne just because I have a PS4. I
Yeah,
never
I've thought
use
about
it,
doing
but
the
I would
same.
use it to play Bloodborne.
Buy it
That bitch sounds
physical
real
if you
Yeah,
can.
thanks, man.
Oh yeah, I would want a physical copy for sure. And my PS4 sounds like a goddamn plane about to take off. But I
mean,
would if
From what I understand, There is a fork of Shad PS4, which is a PS4 emulator, specifically fine-tuned to play Bloodborne.
Yeah, my brother got a copy of that.
I was to say that I may or may not have files that I could send you if you want.
You may have done.
I think I sent them to Willie.
It might have been on a previous installation on my computer, though,
This would have been a few.
I might have to go through and look for it again.
I didn't have any luck with it on Linux, so I just said fuck it and bought the PS4.
So what I was really
what were your
surprised by,
first
since
impressions
Elden
this time?
Ring was the last one in the series I'd played, is how much slower paced this one seemed from the get-go. And of course I'm also comparing several hours into the game to rolling up a new Knight, which is kind of the most beginner-friendly RPG-ish role in the game, basically. Like, it's a lot less based on iframe rolling and a lot more block and counterattack. And what I've really noticed is, but it wasn't just the player character that was slower. I felt like the enemies were so slow in the early game especially, that even against bosses, I found myself just targeting them and walking around them to their back without having to do too much else extra. And so, like, that was kind of my very first impression was just, damn, you can really catch people's backs early. Although, no, my very, very first impression was you are completely useless in the beginning of this game. Like, at least you almost vaguely stand a chance in the tutorials of the other ones. You are definitely supposed to get your first death real terrible in this one.
Now, but I'm curious, how do you guys feel about that? Because there's another game series that I would like to play that's how the first game starts. Like, how do you feel about starting out just not, you're not the hero, you're just some
Final
schlub?
Fantasy 2, like the sequel to Final Fantasy 1, not FF4 that they called 2, literally begins on a fight that you completely get wiped on. And that's like 1988 or so.
That's
like
true,
it's a
it does.
pretty early damn game for this, the RPG genre. So, losing a fight to a monstrous demon when you literally only have a hilt of a sword, it's kind of like, okay, I see what happened here.
I was just
I
curious.
mean, Zelda's doing it now, to where you like lose shit immediately and then you just have to like start over.
I've wanted to play Gothic for a while, and Gothic, you start off as you're just a dude. Like, you do not know how to swing a sword properly. You have to learn all that shit as you play, and it's like you become a badass later on, and it's like you appreciate that more because of the beginning of the game, which is almost Dark Souls is a
I kind
lot
of
like
appreciate
that as well.
in games. Like, there are a lot of like idle games that are based on like looping life over and over and learning from your previous life, and in a lot of those you start off as like a peasant or like borderline to fully homeless, and you can barely get anywhere in the 21 years you live the first time, but each little bit teaches you and makes you a little bit stronger for the next run. And it's like, I feel like Dark Souls obviously is pretty much well known for that loop where you start off stupid and weak, and your character gets less weak and you get less stupid the more you play.
Yeah,
But the good thing about it is it feels like the game
it doesn't
always
feel like it's
wants
just
you
bullshitting
to
you
win.
for the sake of it. It's bullshitting you like, surprise, got you, motherfucker. Prove me wrong. I bet you can do it.
Like, only one time in the entire game is it just like, yeah, we know this is bullshit.
And I know exactly the part you're talking about.
I don't know. I feel like a Blight Town definitely intended to be some bullshit.
I didn't get to Blight
Oh,
Town.
no. This
Okay.
is in Lost Azaleth. One of the Lord Souls is the most bullshit
Gotcha.
boss fight in the entire franchise.
So my first experience with the Souls games, I'm at this dude I know's house named Ryan, and we're talking about video games. We're talking about music. He was really into Typo Negative like I was, and he just goes, "Yo, man, have you played Demon Souls?" And I was like, "No, I've never heard of it." And he goes, "Dude, you like RPGs? Yeah, this is the hardest fucking RPG I've ever played in my fucking life." He's like regular enemies are as hard as bosses and will fuck you up. And I was like, that sounds terrible. Why would you play that? And he was like, because it's really fucking good, dude. All right. So flash forward fucking half a decade. I'm at my buddy Joey's house, and I'm hanging out with him and his son, who's also named Dalton. And they're playing, Dane, you might be able to help me out with this. What Dark Souls game is it where there is a giant tree boss?
I'm pretty sure there's a tree
It's
pretty
2 or
early
3.
on.
I know
two.
it's not 1.
I want to say the last giant looked
Yeah,
like a
I think
tree.
it's 2.
2.
I've not played as much of 2.
Let me look up Dark Souls 2 bosses real quick. But anyway, so they're telling me about this fucking boss. And the cursed rotted great wood. No, that's not it. Oh, maybe it is. Anyway, it's this dark room with like this fucking big tree-looking boss. And they had been stuck on this for like a week. And I was like watching them just fight it over and over and over and die. And I was like, can I try? And they're like, yeah, sure. You ever played one of these games before? No, what are the buttons? So they tell me how to play.
And we know where this is going.
I beat it on my first fucking try. And they were like, how the fuck did you do that? I said, I have no idea. I then proceeded to, we were playing pass the controller on death. So I proceeded to run out of that room and die to the literal next enemy that I saw. Beat the boss. Couldn't beat the fucker that showed up right behind me and stabbed me. Which Dalton found hilarious. The rest of that day, did not live it down. Beat the tree, died to a random mob. But yeah, so until then my next experience coming in would be buying this and loading it up and playing and getting into Undeadburg and doing some stuff and being like, nah, and I'd put it down. And then I didn't touch a game like this again until Elden Ring. And Elden Ring is what made me appreciate these games. And now we're here.
Which Elden Ring is like the perfect game to introduce
It has so
somebody
many other
to
things
Souls.
that you already kind of
most
like and
approachable one, in my
appreciate.
opinion.
Like the open worldiness. I feel like the writing is, while still in the tone of the Souls games, a little bit more accessible. Except for the fact that every character's name is exactly the same.
And it's beautiful.
Lord Godric smote Lord Godwin, and then God Bart fought against Goddick. As Millennia and Melania and Melania and Maleficent all battled against the court of people whose name begin with R. Rainy and Rayna and
Rainy.
Ronnie, who is secretly Rayna. That's just Moog.
And then you just have
Fucking-
Moog,
just
who has a
Mooging
thing for
out.
fanboys.
Just spidering.
I remember, was it Millennia? Or it was one of them. I was looking at them like, damn, they look pretty good. Totally a dude. Didn't realize it, but it was totally a dude. Then I'm just like, they're pretty. That's what counts.
We are no longer the knights who say knee. We are the knights who say icky, icky, icky. What pants up
brings you there?
going to do? I was trying to get a word in when Dalton was coming up with the weird names of the court of whatever, and I just immediately went to the knights who say knee.
So, what I'm most curious about, Mick, how did you feel about loading in and you're kind of just meandering about? And I watched this happen. I watched this live. Your first stumble upon the asylum demon.
Oh, with nothing but a broken hilt?
Yeah, nothing
Broken
but a
sword
broken
hilt?
sword hilt.
I noped the fuck out of there real quick. I'm like, there's no way I'm expected to beat this thing in my current form. I think I meant to run away. And so that's what I did.
You were correct. If I remember correctly, you did so with me yelling, to the left, Mick, to the left, there's a doorway, to the left, Mick, there's a doorway to the left.
Oh, there was a lot of that with me streaming this game. And actually, this is a really fun social game. It's not meant to be a multiplayer game, aside from the fact that you can leave messages for other players
There are a few
and all
forms of
that
multiplayer
stuff.
in the game.
But playing it, there's hints of it, yeah. But more playing this in front of you guys and having you guys be like, no, go that way, Mick, no, that way, no, why are you going that way? No, I said your left, no, your other left.
Left. No, left-er.
You could go up the stairs by that guy.
See, I
No,
was giving you
not
directions
those
and I
stairs,
wasn't
those
even
other
watching the
stairs.
screen. I was playing my own game.
Yeah. Like, I think there's more charm in playing this game with people watching than there is playing it by yourself. That said, I did start to get, like, whole hog on builds and stuff. Like what stats to raise. I started looking up, and I guess this is a sign of a good game. I started looking up things like where to unlock, the best armor for your class and all that kind of nonsense. And so I kind of went down that rabbit hole, but yeah, I don't know. Did I answer the question?
Yeah.
I'm not convinced I did. I think I answered
You said
it
a
like
lot of words that were
politician.
related to the topic.
Anyways, Mick did not have sex.
Oh, gosh.
Let's talk about the migrants.
I mean,
He did not have
frankly,
sex
you were
with the
supposed to
asylum
be in
demon.
the asylum in the first place, man. You're the one.
Oh, I did beat the asylum demon, by the way. After I wussied away from it, found some gear. I think
you gotta kill him.
Team Retrogue ran away.
Yeah.
Team Retro ran away.
You have to go
is.
back. You
Isn't
have to
that
go
also
kill
a
him
Monty
again.
Python joke?
This
From
demon
the same movie too.
is dead. It is no more. It has ceased to be. It has gone to meet its maker.
You find it risible when I say the name.
The bucket is pushing up daisies.
Discharges.
I
Willie,
feel
it's funny you say that.
happy.
I was just about to say,
Well, I
what is
can't
the
take
worst
him like
boss?
this.
What is the worst boss name
It's
in the
gotta be up
entirety
there.
of gaming, and why is it ceaseless
It's
discharge?
got to be up there. I like that this game has like 3 complete different naming schemes for characters. Some people are called shit like Sir Arturius and Solaire of wherever the fuck it was. Solaire's. Thank you. Yes, it's normal,
Astoria.
great, knightly,
Astoria.
noble names. Some people are called shit like Ceaseless Discharge or The Gaping Dragon. Just gross ass names because they nasty. And then some people are called shit like Big Hat Logan. I am not kidding. One of the most respectable NPCs in the
Kevin
game,
the
one of the
Kurt.
most powerful wizards in the world, is named Big Hat Logan. And there's another dude that everyone just calls the Onion Knight because his hat looks stupid. So a lot of hat-themed names, apparently. He seemed pretty cool from what I've seen of him.
I love
I mean,
that
all
guy.
I've seen him do so far is just stand around moping that a gate wouldn't open for him. But I still kind of liked him.
The next time I saw him, I won't tell you where it is. He's just like, "Oh, hello there. I'm trying to get past these things. I'm trying to formulate a plan." And I just went, "Oh, I got a plan for you." And I went over there and fucking went through the door and killed them all and came back. And he's like, "You did that? Oh, well, thank you. But next time, give me enough time
You
to
know, I
formulate
did notice
a plan."
that. I know that in a lot of these games, like, a lot of people just, especially in Dark Souls 2, I feel like just kind of trail off and say a lot of nothing followed by hee 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 hee. And I feel like there were a lot more lucid-ish characters in this one that I'm used to for a Souls-type game.
The thing with basically every NPC in Dark Souls, if you manage to catch up with them at the right point to continue their little side quests through the lands of Lordran, everyone gets a bad ending.
Yeah, I'm kind of... There are
I know there's a knight who got a bad ending in my playthrough. It
was a good decision.
Attacked him and kicked him off a ledge.
Did everyone just stop moving?
Word.
Oh, shit.
You are all 3 frozen on my screen. Oh, shit. Oh, no.
Did Discord do that?
Are we back?
That was everyone then.
I don't know what just happened. Dane goes, everyone gets a bad ending. And he
started to
froze.
say something on
and then
mine.
Mick
Yeah.
looked and he froze.
Well-
And then Willie, you said something?
Okay,
and
so
you
that was Discord.
froze. I was
Everyone
like,
had.
What the fuck just happened? Okay.
Did Sephiroth do this?
Yeah. On mine, it cascaded from
And now everyone's in a
Dalton to
different order.
Willie to Mick freezing.
Oh, that audio's gonna be a.
All of
that
us thought we were
audio's gonna be a
responding to
bitch
somebody
to
that
edit.
everyone
Oh.
else didn't hear. That's going to be incredible.
I was gonna say there's gonna be a whole bunch of just random ass talking.
So listeners, if you just hear some jumbled
Okay.
shit, I forgot to edit it out. My bad.
Shit. Where were we all?
So the last thing I heard.
If it helps, it was almost at the 2-hour mark. I'm at an hour 56 right now.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
the last thing I heard was Dane saying,
And then
"No
Discord
one gets a
proved
good, or everyone gets a bad ending." So let's
So-
continue from there.
So I had said that I had a knight that did not get a good ending
that
because
was
I
the last
literally
thing I
just
heard
kicked
on
him off a ledge.
Yeah. That was his suggestion
Wolvertre's
because
a
on
piece of
mine,
shit.
he got to be a piece of shit. So that's cool.
Yeah, he did on mine too.
I'm hoping.
I didn't even talk to him. I just kicked him.
I'm hoping that I get to beat his ass.
And when you
later.
kill him, you get the FAP ring.
I did get the FAP ring.
I assume I know who he's going after next, just based on. I have a model
do.
for him in my head. I think.
I was in a random place, and all of a sudden it was like this
Yeah,
thing that I,
I
was
think
holding.
it's the Black
resonated.
Skull Orb or something like that.
And then I went over to wherever it
Okay, I
was,
was
and I used
figuring
it or whatever. It took me in, and I killed him.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I was
that's
reading the
kinda
item
introducing you
descriptions, I
to,
figured that sounded like
multiplayer
it had
mechanics.
something to do with plot
Invasions,
thing
yeah.
instead of So that's kind of what I thought was going to happen.
But me playing offline, I like that they still
Yeah.
included ways for that to happen to people offline, like scripted invasions.
Yeah, like
and
if
stuff.
you, because the way that you access multiplayer is using a humanity at a bonfire to restore your humanity. That's what gives you the ability to summon people to come and help with bosses. That's what gives you the ability to invade other people's worlds and attack them, and what opens you up to the same.
And I did not find
But
a lot of that
since-
stuff.
Well, the game doesn't really explain a lot of its systems. It's nowhere near as opaque as Demon Souls, but it doesn't really go into the steps of like, hey, this means this thing will happen.
Yeah.
But it does have a bunch of like NPC invaders that you can encounter. So if you're running around with your humanity
I
sword,
found it
you will
in
still get
general
invaded
too
by
with this
NPCs.
game's systems. I didn't want to look up things like what is the best shield and how do I build to it or something, but I was looking up stuff like what does the number at the top left of my screen mean? You know, things like that.
Yeah, that one threw me for the longest time
Yeah.
trying to wrap my head
And
around
even then, I
liquid
still
humanity and hard
basically
humanity.
all I know is essentially it has something to do with you can use it for bonfire related stuff like humanity restoring, kindling, and it also has something to do with your resistance to status effects, but that's kind of a minor effect or something like that.
I think it'll also slightly improve your luck, like item drops.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, it makes
That seems
makes
so.
stuff drop easier. So if you're
And there are certain-
farming and grinding, you want like as much of that humanity as possible. I don't know how to grind for humanity. Like I don't know
some
if
reason,
that's a limited item.
It is a random drop. Like you always have this really low percentage that any given enemy you kill will drop a liquid humanity that will up your count. And then you can find the actual usable items like the humanity and twin
For
humanities.
some reason, I found that rats seemed
That
to
don't
drop the
drop when they
humanity
die.
item very frequently. I was wondering if that was like a statement on something.
But I think the most reliable way is engaging in
I
PvP,
believe if you beat someone in
I think
PvP,
you can
you
get a lot
just
of
steal
humanity
their
that way.
humanity points.
which
Interesting.
But the other thing it will do is, I know that one of the bosses you can forge a chaos weapon from a leveled up scimitar
Ooh.
that will scale with how much humanity you're carrying. And that carried me through my first playthrough of the game. I just cheesed and used a glitch to like max out my humanity for the scaling, and that carried me through,
Damn, nice.
I think, the first two
Speaking
Lord
of weaponry,
Souls
you guys
fights.
want to talk about what kind of weapons you found yourself favoring in this game playthrough?
Yeah. So I absolutely loved the falchion.
Okay.
I used that two-handed and just swung it like a motherfucker, man. I leveled it up. I got a magic +5 by the end of the game. I liked that weapon a lot. It was quick. It did decent damage. The only thing I didn't like is it killed me a couple times because randomly I would do like a pirouette and a backflip, and I would go sailing off of a fucking ledge.
Yeah.
I had to run through a few different places
See,
multiple
I first
times
started
for
off
shit
with
like that.
basically the stuff you get early on. Like I think the knight begins with a tower kite shield, and you get a broadsword in the undead asylum. So I was rocking those exact weapons for a while, and then my broadsword broke, and so I switched to a longsword for a little bit, and then I finally found like a rapier, and I'm like, okay, I always liked playing it with like stabby weapons in Dark Souls 2, so I'm gonna play with the rapier for a while, and then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna be a stabby boy, and I really enjoyed it for a minute because getting the crits was like mega damage and stuff, so I'm like, I'm gonna be a parry stabby boy. Then I suddenly got a halberd, and I'm like, screw everything else, I want to be big swings. And so from that point on, I was just scaling up my strength so I could wield a really sick-ass halberd that I got early on from one of the Black Knight mini-boss characters. I don't know if mini-boss is the word, but there's a lot of enemies in this game that are not given power meters, but don't respawn if you kill them. Like the various... Yes, there's
I would
like the
consider
bull,
that.
Yeah, like
bull
there
or
was a
whatever at the
bull
start of the
that I
Undead
fought.
Parish. There's
was
the
like that.
big rat in the
Boar.
Abyss basement. There's all the Black Knights. There's Havel at the basement of the elevator down, or not elevator, the cylindrical tower down that goes to, I forget where Havel was at the Undead or the Darkwood Basin, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah, it comes out of the Darkwood Basin.
Well, it does
have-
come, but that's not how I went into that tower.
Yeah, it came
I
in
unlocked
from
that tower
Undead
by
Berg
going
and went
back to
downstairs to
Undead
find
Berg,
it,
I
yeah.
think.
Now,
Which
Willie,
It's
the
interesting how
map is
interlinked it is.
pretty darn small.
But I feel like the individual areas have a huge sense of
Yeah.
size too. It's just
It's
like
all interlinked,
if you were to
but
draw like
it's-
a map of the areas and how they link,
Yeah.
it would feel like, you know what I mean? It would feel like tangly spaghetti-ish web instead of like a big flat vertical and horizontal world. Like it's interesting. Yes, exactly.
It's the
It's
opposite
very
of Elden Ring.
Metroidvania.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, Willie, you mentioned that big rat.
Huh?
And I was going to tell you this in chat, but I decided to just tell you now.
I love the fact that it would show
I
up
had the same
behind
exact
bars a
reaction that
bunch
you
of
did.
places and just look
Run
at you.
up. As soon as I saw it behind the
Yes.
bars, I was like, how do I find that fucker so I can kill him?
Yep.
Because he looks big and he looks fun. Let's do this. And I
Mm-hmm.
just ran around that sewer until I ended up like falling through some
Basilisks.
holes and having to fight some goddamn little xylophones. Yeah, basilisks.
I love. Oh, axolotls. I love the
actually meant
basilisk design,
axolotls,
and
not
one thing I think is
xylophone.
really cool
The
about
fuck is
them
wrong with it?
is apparently those big ass goofy eyes they have. Much like in nature with butterflies and stuff, those are fake eyes. They have little bitty real eyes underneath them. Those are just like look impressive and scare predators and shit. Those guys are good. I find them
a
a
nice-
really
Like fun
interesting
little attention
blend
to
of like
detail.
Yeah.
weird,
nice.
adorable, and scary at the same time. Like, they're funny looking, but at the same time kind of freaky too. Like, if the Souls series needed a mascot monster, like, you know, slimes and, you know, Rathalos and things like that, I feel like you could do a lot worse than the basilisks.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, what was I? Who
Oh,
got surprised by the dragon?
I didn't get surprised because you kind of warned me.
No, I did not.
You warned me
Which
by
dragon?
not warning me.
All I told you was that halfway across that bridge, there's a spot down to the right that there's a bonfire down there. I was explicitly told not to tell you anything about the dragon, and I had already planned on not telling you about the dragon.
Then why did I already know about the dragon?
Cultural osmosis, maybe?
Maybe.
Did you
'cause
notice the
there was-
totally telegraphed scorch marks everywhere?
I didn't see the scorch marks, but there
maybe.
are a lot of little fun details in the world that made me realize shit was going specific ways. Like in Sen's Fortress, there's an elevator that, there's an automated elevator that goes down and then up, and then you can watch the cord and it pulls like up and then stops and pulls up again, then it comes back down. You also notice there's a whole bunch of blood on that little elevator platform. So what I figured is, I better get off at the first stop, because whatever the second one is going to make you bleed. And yeah, it turns out if you don't get off there, it lifts you up into a bunch of spikes. Which didn't kill me when I tested it out just to see what was up there. But it did a lot of damage, and I was cracking up. But I'll tell you what happened with being the dragon if you want, because it ended up being a pretty funny story, and probably my first real welcome to Dark
please.
Souls moment. So I was experimenting with some stuff, because like we were saying, the
please.
systems don't always explain themselves, and humanity is one of the least explained ones. And so I was at the bonfire in the Undead Burg, just basically I tried, restore humanity and then kindle flame just to see what happened. I'm like, oh, cool, I get extra shots of the Estus Flask. That's nifty. And, my guy doesn't look like bacon anymore. That's really cool. I'm having a great time. Maybe I have more strength. I can't tell. I was thinking it was like in Dark Souls 2 where you have... Dark Souls 2, instead of using the curse system like this game does, where curse just takes away half your max HP, in DS2, if every time you die, you lose 5% of your max HP down to 50% until you restore your humanity. So I was expecting it to have something like that instead of the binary hollow or human thing. So I thought maybe when I made myself human, maybe I had more strength or it was subtle like that. I didn't know exactly what to expect. But I got up there, I got to the fight against the Taurus demon, and I managed to basically notice it was moving kind of slow and clunkily, and I was a little low on flask at that point, but I still noticed it was backing itself up towards the edge of a cliff. So I kind of tried to muscle my way into it when it was doing an attack. It fell off the cliff while it still had 60% of its health left. And it's like, victory defeated, or victory achieved. First time Taurus demon, hooray for me. Cross the bridge. Immediately the dragon thing happens. It takes out the 5 dudes there. I see a little message on the screen that I can't quite make out because I'm a little bit busy with the whole dragon thing. Back up to the other side of the bridge real quick. Red Phantom is over there and immediately cuts my shit off entirely. So my first experience with PvP was somebody catching me running away from the first time I'd ever seen a dragon. It was awesome. I was like, that is so Dark Souls. Like, I think that was my first time with an actual
That's
PvP
Dark
against an actual
Souls.
human in a Souls game. Because in Elden Ring, I've only played against NPC invaders.
I did summon people in that were real people in Elden Ring a couple times.
I basically stayed hollow ever since that happened. Because I'm like, I'll opt into the multiplayer when I'm ready for it.
I did use...
Now, there are hotspots, and if you overlevel, especially early game, that can lock you out of having
I'm
to
not
deal
especially
with
worried about it. It doesn't seem like
shit.
there's that big of a problem with going hollow, except maybe there's some storyline changes or whatever. I'm not mega super worried about it.
Not really.
I need to figure out where the hell he
Solar
went, because when I rang the bell, he's no longer on the other side of the bridge
but I
from
did
the...
something.
Oh, he died. He died super quick when I went to go use him against the bell gargoyles.
I found him randomly later, and he was just sitting by a campfire being like, why can't I find it? And I'm just like, I don't know how to help you. So I do want to mention this before I forget. There was one character interaction that I actually felt bad about killing them. Mm-hmm. Do you remember the guy in the beginning of the game that you talked to, who you have the chat with him and he tells you to go away because I'm going to turn and I don't want to affect... So eventually you have to go back to that place. And as you're approaching that room, he comes running out and just starts swinging at you. And I had to kill him, and I felt real bad about it. I was like, man.
The thing I felt...
He did, but I'm like, dude, come on now.
Like I said, every NPC's storyline ends bad. There's only one who can have a good ending.
Is it you, the player?
No, there's only one NPC explicitly, and it is Solar. But you have to go out of your way and do things that if you don't know, you don't know.
Oh,
but if you do, he can actually go in with you for the final boss fight and help you beat the final boss.
You gotta help the sun, bro, dude.
And I always go out of my way to do that.
Praise the sun.
Because, the Onion Knight, whenever you go out of your way to try and keep things good for him, still ends bad. Anybody that you run across and have quest lines with, Big Hat Logan, won't end well for him. The Pyromancer dude whose name I forget. Like, if you play their stuff out to the full end, it's not going to end well for them. You can keep the Pyromancer alive, but by not sending him there, you're sacrificing some stronger spells, I think. And he kind of resents you for it, and he's all sad and everything. So he still doesn't end happy.
I mean, that tracks, though, because in Elden Ring, I went through that whole thing to help Gold Mask, and that did not fucking end well for him.
I felt really sad about Ceaseless Discharge, actually, because...
that's just a theme.
When he triggered... Okay, so the thing about this guy is, he is... you guys have seen the Lord of the Rings movies, all you listeners, right? He's the Balrog, basically. Just imagine the Balrog, about 200-foot tall fire demon. And he's just standing there chilling with a really bummer look on his face, but he's just chilling. And in this one room, it's completely out of your way. And in that room is not much, but there is just a slab with a person on it, and you can pillage that corpse if you want. And as long as you don't do that, the Ceaseless Discharge just stands there watching. If you do... that was his sister. Okay,
yeah, you went and defiled his
in reading
sister's
the descriptions for the items, I realized those belonged to the Daughter of Chaos originally, so I figured, okay, this is some Chaos family heirloom, and that dude is probably also part of that family, yeah. The only son? Okay, damn.
He was the son.
Yeah, I figured nothing good happened there. And then the guy, even though he's an incredibly huge, terrifying devil monster with the millions of eyes or whatever, he still looks incredibly sad. Like, it's hard to explain, but that dude looks so bummed out in his facial expression and his way of moving. He doesn't even look like angry at you to be killing you. He just looks like everything has been taken from him.
Yeah, that was he's a very interesting looking character for sure. I really enjoyed the design of him, though. You know what I mean?
Speaking of character designs, can I talk
think
about a certain boss that I really enjoyed something about? So apparently, unlike Elden Ring, which has a little bit more in the way of them, this game is not so waifu-centric, I suppose. So you'd have to be forgiven for seeing the messages out in front of Chaos Witch Kellogg. Because people over there are like, chest ahead, need hold with both hands, which are actual messages I saw in front of that boss fight. Now, Chaos Witch Kellogg is from about the waist up. A beautiful, pale, nude woman with long hair covering her nipples or whatever. And below that waist is 40 feet of lava spider.
Yeah.
I guess you gotta take them when you can get them, man.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a mermaid, dude.
I mean, it's classic mermaid conundrum. Like,
When I think of mermaids now, I think of Futurama. Why couldn't she have been the other kind of mermaid? Fish on top, woman on bottom.
it's like I want to smash, but I don't know where I put it again.
I just lay these eggs, and you
Kellogg's, yeah.
Yeah, the Chaos Witch Kellogg's. Yes,
It's probably
Chaos Witch
Kellogg.
Kellogg's.
I mean, I just ended up saying
always called her
Kellogg by
Quelaag.
accident, but now I want to call her Kellogg's.
Yeah, so
Now,
cornflakes.
here's the sad thing for her. She's catching people in her trap because her sister is undead.
Is that who
blind,
that is?
And helpless behind
Her
an illusory
sister
wall
is
and
also a
downstairs.
hot naked woman spider, but she's like sadder.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just lives behind a wall and only
But
says ...
she's kinda
question
rotting
mark.
away.
But she'll let you join a covenant if you find her.
So, and if you join that covenant, that opens up
No fucking
the
kidding. I would have
shortcut
thought
that
if you wanted
need
to help
save
Solaire, you would
Solaire.
want to be a sun dude and try to find the sun shit.
Well, the thing is, he thinks he finds his son and will go insane. You have to clear that area of enemies
wow,
so that
that's
whenever
crazy.
he goes through, he passes through.
I will not
unscathed.
remember that until I have to. I will
That-
not
that-
remember that until I have to.
And you can only
eventually
do
go
that
back to
with
this
the
game and
shortcut.
play it for the plot. Because right now I'm trying to play it to finish the video game. You know what I mean? Plus the plot is confusing and a bummer. So I'm just like, okay, everything sucks.
yeah.
No one is happy. This place sucks. Everything is a dead monster.
I guarantee you.
The two most interesting characters are Seath, the dragon that betrayed them,
Cool, I haven't met
and
either of those guys yet.
the Night Artorias, the DLC is based around. Those are the two most
Seed is mentioned in the intro
they're
crawl, and
the
that's the
two
only
most
time I've got any
interesting
sense of him.
ones.
Seethe can kiss my ass, but we don't need to get into that
So-
yet. But
I was going to say for which set of reasons, because there's plenty.
I do want to say with Chaos Witch Kellogg's,
Yep.
Chaos
surely
Witch cornflakes.
surely there is a guy out there who's like, don't spiders eat their mates when they have sex after they have sex? Shit, she let me suck on them titties and give me a blowjob. She could kill me. Am I know what I'm saying? I know there's some dude bro out there that has had that discussion with his friends. Like, would you? I mean, you might die after, but I mean, look at those tits.
Also,
Like,
I
I-
liked her boss fight because I felt like that
Conversation
was
was
one of
happening
the ones
somewhere
where
in Brooklyn.
she literally gives signals like a catcher to a pitcher if you know how to look for them. Like, she will do a little pat to her spider if she's going to let the spider throw projectiles. She will start holding her sword with her hand turned the other way if she's going to attack with her sword. She will lay down forward if she's about to make the spider do a big explosion. Like, all that shit is really easy to catch as long as you watch the part of it that isn't the huge spider trying to kill you. It's a really cool fight. I liked it a lot. By the time I figured it out, I'm like, wow, I feel like I've learned something here about spider witches.
I'm curious, Willie, whenever you get to crossbreed Priscilla, how you will proceed with that.
Interesting.
Because that is the only skippable boss in the whole game.
Crossbreed Priscilla is why Seath is a true bastard.
Really?
So,
It's pronounced Lordran.
lore dump. The dragons were immortal,
But
and now I know where they got the name.
isn't he the
So,
scaleless?
The dragons were immortal because of their scales. So, because Seath is scaleless, he does not have the normal dragon immortality. So, he has spent all of his time in the Duke's archives, because he is the Duke, trying to figure out how to attain that. And his solution is trying to bring back the dragons, because he thinks if he can breed some dragons, he can steal their scales. So the entire point of the way the Duke's archives and its prison is set up is it's set up to trap maidens
I see.
for him to try and make dragons with,
I assumed.
non-consensually.
Yeah.
That is how half-breed Priscilla
Not-
came to be, because she is half human, half dragon.
Well, see, now I feel really bad for killing her.
And there is also a baby dragon that you can find in a very, very hidden area of the game that has been whisked away and is hidden, and it is a true immortal dragon. It's the only NPC in the game that you can just stand there and whack and whack and whack. He will never aggro because you can't hurt him. You can chop his tail off and get the tail weapon and still join the Dragon Covenant.
Wait, is that...
That's cool.
I missed a lot.
Wait, so is that the Undying Dragon or whatever?
That is the only... Well, not the only dragon that you can encounter in the game, but it is presumably the only
I managed to find the least
true immortal
useful
dragon
possible hidden area for a first-time play.
Within this game.
Falling through that gigantic tree that takes about 2 hours to figure out how to get down through. Trying to figure out a way to cross this beautiful but terrifying barren ash lakeshore that has a hydra constantly spitting heat-seeking water missiles at you while I was already cursed by the basilisks from the tree. So half max hit points. Then I get to the end and the only thing you can do there is join the Covenant of the Dragon. And I assume that dragon is that guy? Well, so I wonder...
Yep. And while it's never stated, it's presumably...
Is
Priscilla's
the situation with the
child.
dragon on the castle tower place then? That's a big ass drake, but okay, that makes sense because in the Valley of the Drakes I ran into another big ass drake.
You've got I think that big ass one in the Valley of the Drakes is an actual
or at least it thinks it is
dragon, but it's an undead one.
Shit.
And in the DLC, you can actually fight a full-grown true dragon named Calamite.
Damn.
And when you kill him,
it is the only Dark Souls boss that I've never successfully beat.
when you kill him, he drops calamine lotion, and you can rub it on your burns.
Your favorite.
He uses lightning.
Oh shit! Your electrical
It's
burns.
electrical burns.
Yeah. So like, there's no real like way to talk about this game as far as like the story and stuff like we normally do, because it's all you find it. It's kind of like one of the reasons I'm loving that Dane is here, because he knows the lore a bit. Like, oh yeah, I found this item, and oh yeah, that item came out of this character's ass, and here's why. Like, that's what I like. Now, I have a question for you, because I killed a specific boss that you were surprised that I killed, and I think you were a little more understanding when I told you it took me, I think, like 6 hours of just throwing myself at it. But I killed the Great Grey Wolf Sif, and you said that that's a sad story too.
I did not get a chance to meet the pupper, but I do know that the Pokemon
Comparisons were drawn by pretty much everyone the moment
Sif.
that Pokemon was announced, to the point where even though I didn't know about Sif, I ended up learning the lore anyway. So that's like the only character I think I know anything about. It's like Arturius' best buddy, basically. Yeah.
I was about to say, is that the sword, the dog from Sword? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So the deal with Sif is, he was the, pet dire wolf essentially for Artorias. And Artorias was the most renowned member of the Knights for Gwyn. They were the ones that went into battle with him, helped kill the dragons. There was Artorias, Ornstein, there was a giant, I think his name's Goff. And there was a stealth assassin chick whose name escapes me. It's a woman, doesn't matter. But the DLC that they made for the game, which was just stuff they weren't able to finish for the original game, it wasn't a case of, well, we're just going to take some shit and not put it in there. The game was so successful, they were like, hey, well, let's finish it up. When they released it on PC, you got the Prepare to Die edition.
I thought Prepare
which
to
came with
Die,
it.
No.
And then they released
Damn, I thought Prepare to
DLC
Die
on
was
the PS3.
the bundled version of Dark Souls 2. I might be wrong. I know Scholar of the First Sin was the name of the DLC, but I don't remember what the box was. I'll probably have it around here.
I can't remember what the Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin was the remake they did where they changed some balancing and kind of updated the graphics for it. I think they moved to a different engine for there. Anyway, when you get to the DLC area, which involves Darkroot Basin, you kill the Hydra, and you shoot off this little corner of the lake that you can walk on, and you find this golden crystal golem. You kill it, there's a chick in there.
Yeah.
She gets yanked through a time portal, then you go to the Duke's Archives, where you fight Seath, and there is another golem at the entrance that you can kill it, get a special, I think, pendant from it, and if you take that pendant back to where she got bamfed away, you get pulled into the DLC area.
Okay. Now,
So if you
I'm confused though, real quick, because when I killed the golden golem, the Onion Knight's daughter was in it.
Don't think it's the same character.
Okay.
Because this chick is from Ulasil, which is a kingdom that was in Darkroot Basin. Like, they don't say in game, and I think the developer said it's like either 1,000 years ago. So when you go through that portal, you're shooting back in time to Darkroot Gardens 1,000 years ago. So you can see a bunch of familiar landmarks before they went in disrepair and fell down.
That's cool.
All of the tree enemies in Darkroot Gardens are like well pruned and a little more agile now. Things like that. And when you go back, this was when Artorias was trying to hold back the encroaching abyss. And the abyss is being spread by the final boss of the DLC named, I think, Magnus, who is corrupted Artorias. So when you meet him, his arm is broken, but he can still just fuck you up with that great sword. Favorite weapon in the game, by the way. So your first order of business is killing this Knight of Renown before he ever managed to stop the abyss and become this renowned hero of old. And as you go to fight the final boss, you can save Sif from where he has been sealed away by Magnus. So you rescue Sif, then you go beat Magnus, and then you travel back in time, aware that, oh, all the legends about Artorias are actually about me. And then you go to Artorias' grave, and Sif recognizes you. And there is this kind of moment of recognition that passes between the two of you as he realizes, oh, you saved him from the abyss by ending his life. You saved me, but I got a job to do. And it kind of gives this bittersweet melancholy to the entire fight that made gamers everywhere weep.
Okay. That makes a lot. So, yeah, I didn't have any of that context, so I just thought it was a big dog with a sword. Now I understand why everybody always talks about Sif, because that's a monster that I've heard of in the Dark Souls pantheon.
Oh, and when you save Sif, he's like the size of just a normal wolf. He's not giant monster dog yet.
He hasn't become dire. Did anybody have a favorite boss?
I think in the end, I so far really liked Keylog the best.
No, I just...
Man, that when it's, I thought I had that thing's number, and then it
to
splits
say about
into
that.
two and starts shooting fire. So rude. I'll be honest, I don't know what your tactic for it was, but mine ended up just being just wail on one and hope you don't get killed first. Like, I did not fight that one scientifically.
That was my tech as well. I just went for the one with the lowest health. Made sure to cut the tail so that I got the axe. That was about it. I don't know about bosses. I know area-wise, I spent a lot of time grinding in the Darkroot forest, whatever it's called. Because I just the tree things, in addition to like the stone statues, were just really good sources of souls, and so I spent a lot of my time there, and I made it to the butterfly, and the butterfly was a very easy fight, and very necessary if you want to get Havel's ring.
Yeah, I remember the first time accidentally walking into the Moonlight Butterfly and thinking, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, and then it turned into a big nothing burger.
Yeah.
It's very
That's a
ethereal
good way to
feeling,
describe
though.
that fight,
I like
too,
the vibes of it.
A big nothing burger. You
And
literally
then you
just do... Yeah, but as far as, like, challenge, there's not much to do. It's just you avoid it, and then it eventually will come down, and then you hit it.
Yeah,
Very
just
formulaic.
Just wait until you end up in an area where not only can you not see the floor that you're running on other than little snowdrops coming down, but there are monarch butterflies all over the place on the walls that you just got to kind of try to avoid.
You have to avoid them.
I mean, if you walk into them, you're fucked.
That
Good luck.
sucks, and I don't like that at all.
I think I figured mine out. So my favorite boss fight has nothing to do with the boss, because the boss is very underwhelming, but more for the arena that you fight him in. There were 3 children for Lord Gwyn. The nameless one who has been stricken from record that you don't encounter until Dark Souls 3. Guinevere, who I know Dalton really, really enjoyed her.
Why?
The tits that were bigger than you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But
You know the ones that are on Plex, whatever.
Flex the
But the third child was a son who was aligned with the moon, which was considered feminine, so he was raised as a daughter. Gwendolyn. That boss fight, which is an optional one, you got to go out of your way to find it. Whenever you first go to fight Gwendolyn, Gwendolyn is a master of like illusion magic. So the room that you fight Gwendolyn in immediately stretches out to be like this mile-long infinite hallway. And the thing that is so cool about it is they actually render the entire hallway. It is finite. It's not a camera trick that just keeps shifting the fight in place. You can actually, if you play long enough and dodge the attacks long enough, survive to the very end of the hallway where Gwendolyn's AI breaks and just stands there while you fuck it up. But just the fact that they actually, instead of faking it, made the entire hallway, for some reason, I just respect that move and really enjoy it.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it Anor? What's the name of that place? Anor London?
Anor Londo.
Anor Londo. If you kill Gwendolyn, that place becomes dark, right?
If you like do anything to like shoot an arrow at Guinevere and dispel the illusion, you find out that the city of Eternal Sunlight is a falsehood, and all of the NPCs in that area aggro against you except the giant blacksmith. So like the Firekeeper will try and come and kill you.
Ooh, I liked him though. He was cool.
And if you kill the Firekeeper, then now the bonfire over there no longer works, and you lose one of your guaranteed 10 Estus Flask points, which is one that you can warp to after you've beat Ornstein and Smough.
How do you unlock warping?
Once you defeat Ornstein and Smough, you get an item from Guinevere, the Lord's Vessel, and that's what you use to offer up the 4 Lord Souls to open the Kiln of the First Flame to fight the final boss, Gwyn.
Oh, so you don't get it until you beat the game?
No, it's that is the midway point of the game.
Okay.
I know Dalton bitched about it a lot when he was first playing through. He kept coming up to these golden fog gates that you can't go through. They don't open until you have the Lord's Vessel.
God damn it, that kept happening to me. Fuck.
And that is the moment where the whole interconnectedness of Lordran breaks. And that's the reason you get fast travel at that point. Because no longer is it you're going through areas that keep wrapping back around to previous areas. It turns into cul-de-sacs. So instead of making you backtrack all the way through the area you just finished fighting your way out, they did give you the ability to snap out and get back to the hub.
Yeah. There was just one other boss I wanted to talk about, and then we can move into maybe like final thoughts, anything else that we wanted to touch on before we get out of here. But the bed of for one, I didn't give my favorite. Sorry, my favorite. Not necessarily the fight itself, but just the look of the enemy.
That had a real
how
Doom
fucking
vibe
badass
to it.
I thought it was. The Capra Demon. It absolutely looks like a fucking Doom enemy, dude. Just big guy with like a bullish looking head with 2 fucking giant swords. If that's
like
not Doom fuck Silent Hill, I don't know what is.
I was like that particular fight would not
Yeah,
be
that
that
is a
hard if
fucked
you
up
didn't
flipper,
have
baby,
just the
you don't wanna mess
bastardest
with.
room possible to fight in.
Yeah,
I'm sure you
got
can do
no
something
area.
with that staircase.
Well, it's also the cheesiest room if you know the trick. Yeah, you roll past the dog, straight up the staircase, and there's that tree branch that you can stand on. And 9 times out of 10, when he tries to jump attack you, he misses and falls right beneath you, where you can either spam him with fire bombs, do a jump attack, and then run back up the stairs like a coward.
Hey man, that's how I beat the Taurus Demon, and that's how I talked Mick through beating the Taurus Demon, was hop off the tower, attack him,
My
run back
dumbass
up the ladder.
didn't. My dumbass didn't even think that there might be a ladder
to
to take care of the archers in the
That's
first
what I
place.
did.
I thought they might be plinking from somewhere that was not connected to the fog door, so I didn't even turn around. I was fully focused on the Taurus Demon the whole time. It's a miracle I won first try.
But the ultimate bullshit boss in this to me, other than Seethe, because I think Seethe is bullshit, but that's like a scripted death. You are supposed to die at a point and then it explains why, and then you go and you do other stuff, and it all resolves itself. But the goddamn bed of chaos is the worst boss fight in this whole game.
And they knew it, and that's why you don't lose progress in the fight when you die.
Yeah. So to explain it to you boys that haven't seen it, it's a big amalgamation of branches and like shit that hurts you. And you have to run to one side of it and break through some branches and then attack like this core, and then it pisses it off and you come running back, and it starts breaking floor out. So now you're having to maneuver through walkways, or you fall to your death. And you got to run all the way around to the other side, and repeat this on the other side. Then you got to come back through, and the ground falls in the middle. There's one pathway. You have to run and jump to the pathway without... By the way, this is all while this enemy hits you twice and you're fucking dead, at least with the way I was. So run and jump, and then you run into the center, and then you got to attack the center core, and it'll die. But all of that takes so fucking long to do because this thing's attack speed is stupid for something of its size.
You looked tired when he brought it up.
Dane, I'm sure you from your face, I can tell you did not like that fight either.
Oh, no, it's a terror. It is a terrible fight. And the fact that, once you break one of the cores, they stay dead. You don't have to re-break it when you die and come back. And there's this long-ass run
I will
that
say
you
that
have
there's
to
some
do
general
from the bonfire
nice
to get
small
back to
mercies
the
in this
fight
game.
again.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm very grateful that, for instance, in Blighttown, if you kill one of the dudes that shoots toxic darts, it stays dead. And that's cool because toxic is probably the worst status in the game except maybe curse. Yeah,
Toxicity
you remember?
fucking blows. Blighttown fucking sucked.
Oh god, that makes it so much worse. Like Dalton, when I was
And on
bitching
the
to Dalton about
PS3,
the
it
Abyss, he's
chugs
like,
so hard.
"Yeah, well, a bunch of places fucking suck. Blighttown's gonna fucking like." He lists a few of them. By the time I got to Blighttown, I'm like, "Dude, I fucking missed the Abyss." I didn't send him that message, but I thought it. And hell, by the time I was happy to get to the floor of Blighttown, that game made me happy to be in a damn poison swamp. Master Key was very nice.
Now, here is why you
yeah.
always pick the Master Key as your starting gift item.
Yeah, I wish I did that.
You can bypass the sewers and 90% of Blighttown by going down the elevator.
I could have
through
did
the
that, but
Valley
I
of
pushed
Grace.
out
You
and I
can
ended up going the
unlock
long
door
way
that you're
anyway,
intended
despite
to
having
leave
gone to the
Blighttown
other
through.
entrance. And when it finally spit me out on the other side, I made such a damn noise. Yep.
Because it drops you off.
It's a very
like,
convenient
halfway
place.
between
It's
the
a pretty
bonfire
straight
and
run
Quail Eye.
relative to anything else in Blighttown. Skeep.
But that lets you skip. That lets you skip the Capra Demon, the sewers, all that bullshit, straight to Quailag after ringing the top bell. Within, 20 minutes, you can be ringing the bottom bell.
It's definitely
if
the
you're
speedrun route, yeah.
Good at it. I'm not that damn good, but
The bell I
usually skip
rang-
just because it runs so
The
bad.
bell
You
I rang
chose
was the top
wisely,
bell, and I'm
yes.
guessing that was the one I.
It's way
should
harder to get to
have
the
gone
other
to
one.
first.
Like, I mean, I know that the. No,
Yeah.
actually,
Yeah.
you went the right way, just unquestionably.
I started this game and then headed to the graveyard and then ended up somewhere else and sent Dane a message and was like, dude, I'm lost in a fucking like really dark cave. And he goes, oh, dude, you picked
Interestingly-
the absolute worst way you could have gone first.
Interestingly, right
And I was
before
like,
we started
"Fuck!"
recording, like the session
My exact
before I
words
started
were,
streaming,
"Good
I
luck."
found that graveyard for the first time this run. The first time I played Dark Souls 1, which I had played really briefly when you first got it for me, that's where I ended up going after the Asylum. So that's the only other place I remembered. So that's also where I went first the first time. I was trying to figure out why nothing looked familiar to me this time.
Fucking brutal over there, dude. Yeah.
Now, if you have a mace, you can shatter the skeletons, and it makes life so simple. But unless it's a holy mace, they resurrect. They'll put themselves back together. If it's holy, bam.
I'll have to remember that for my next playthrough because I would like to check out the DLC at some point.
Yeah, I think
Is
I'd
the
like
DLC
to
available for the
beat this game
remaster?
eventually, or at least get as far
Oh,
as I
it's-
can.
Okay, cool.
It's built in.
It comes with it. Well, any final thoughts before we get into ratings and stuff, boys?
I'm ready to go.
It's pretty
It's getting
understandable.
late.
All right then. Let's do some ratings then. Start with the guest. Dane, if you were gonna give this game a rating, what would you give Dark Souls?
Damn.
This still remains my favorite Souls game. It's part nostalgia because it was the first one that I really played, and it's just there have been so many significant points in my life where I was playing and raging at this game that Stockholm set in, and I just really enjoyed this one the most. So my completely unbiased rating for Dark Souls, just to upset Willie, I'm going to give it 10 Dark Rings out of 10 I meant Dark Souls. just because it always upsets him when I do my "there's no such thing as a perfect game." No, I'm going to call Dark Souls the perfect game.
I will say
love
though,
this
one
game,
thing about
even
this
with the
game is
bit of
when it
chaos,
pisses
fuck
me
that
off and makes
boss.
me think
doesn't
it
exist in
sucks
my
and it's
mind.
irritating me. I'm like, and that means it's working. It's kind of like if you drink hand sanitizer and you're like, this doesn't taste good. Yeah, that's the part of it that makes it hand sanitizer.
That makes me think of that SNL bit was like the tattoo removal cream
Yeah.
where she rubs it on and she just goes, "Oh motherfuck!" and it cut. That means it's working.
Which I meant to bring this up earlier. The thing that actually got me to give it the second try, besides just I'm going to be a father soon, I watched this dude. He's got a channel called Writing on Games, and he glazed Dark Souls super hard because he was suicidally depressed, and this game taught him to fight through to the other side. So like he helped alleviate his depression with Dark Souls. That's why I keep saying, like, this game wants you.
As Doom says at
conquer.
the end of episode,
It doesn't
I believe
make it
too,
easy to do it,
the
but it
only
wants
way
you
out
to.
is through.
Well, that's fucking rad. Yeah.
Okay, so I mentioned I did play this game really again. Like I didn't
Willie,
remember anything
what's
until I
your
got to
name?
that
What's your-
cemetery
what's your
because I
rating?
played it on the PS3. The disc I just showed you guys a couple minutes ago. I don't know how much this says about this game that on Steam, my first the achievement of acquire Estus Flask, that is, you basically began the game essentially. I achieved July the 7th. That is 4 days ago, almost to the hour, 3:44 a.m. So 4 days ago. Steam says I have 28 hours in this game now, which means I've played this game as if it was a full-time job since then. Yeah, this is just it is what it's supposed to be. Even when it's pissing me off, it's because I'm kind of not quite doing it right. I'm being pig-headed. I'm trying to do things stubbornly instead of gracefully. I'm not letting go of souls. I'm trying to recover 1,000 souls during a boss fight instead of trying to set myself up to win the boss fight, It's like, this game holds a mirror up to the shit I'm doing wrong and makes me go, yeah, that's on me. And as many insanely good games we have that keep getting backlogged for me because I'm like, I'll finish this. I know I gotta finish this. I know I didn't finish it for the podcast, but I need to finish it. This is now at the top of that list and is now what I'm going to be playing for the next couple of weeks while getting the next podcast game in. While I didn't beat it, I would be surprised if I don't end up with several hundred hours in this game over the course of my lifetime, and I'm just going to preemptively call it a 10 without thinking any harder.
All right. Fair enough, man. Fair enough. Mick, what's you?
I mean, I was not even going to be here tonight, and I decided to give this game a shot. I have been anti-Souls games for so long because I just did not want to deal with the garbage that I felt at the time went along with it, which was, it had always been presented to me as you are going to just lose and you need to accept that, and I don't like losing at games. And this game did frustrate me at times, especially I think the hardest part was the bell gargoyles for me because it wasn't just losing, it was every time I lost, I then had to find my way back, which, the regular mobs are not to be trifled with in this game either. Especially because there's a spot in that cathedral where you could just get wrecked, and I just bypassed it. I just ran through it. And so, I don't know. I expected to hate this game. I wasn't even going to play this game, and then something inside me said, give it a shot. And now that I've given it a shot, I think I get it. And I'm actually doing better in this game than I thought I would be. And I don't know that it's 100% gotten its hooks into me, but it's got at least one hook in. And I wouldn't mind exploring it further. I'm gonna go 8 humanities out of 10 souls of lost heroes.
All right. Well, I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's a bit slower paced than Elden Ring. Had to get used to not being able to jump again. But I found most of the level designs to be quite fun. I enjoyed picking up little bits of lore here and there and trying to piece together things. And I really, really like a lot of the enemy designs in this. It's a very punishing but fair experience that
Yeah.
I
think
don't
Elden
know
Ring
if
is
I would
just
have
a
ever
great
given a fair shake had I not already played Elden
introduction
Ring.
to jump you in and make you go, oh, I can do this, actually.
Yeah. So I did enjoy my time. I don't think it's a perfect game. I do have my issues with it. But I'm going to give it a solid 8 shrines out of 10.
Oh, souls. I see what you've done
of,
there.
Twitch streamer girls' feet. So, yeah. And that pretty much wraps things up. Before we get into the house cleaning and I let you guys plug your stuff. So for our next 3 choices, we are starting a new thing. It is the dog days of summer right now. It's hot out. So we are doing the dog days of replays. And I came up with this because there are a lot of episodes in the early days of the show that I feel we did not give the games their just due. And I would like to remedy that because if you were to go back and listen to those now, I think even Ryan would admit to you that towards the end of his tenure on here, busy with having 2 kids and all that stuff, he was pretty much just reading Wikipedia and never really played much of the games. So I would like to remedy that and give those games the episodes that I think that they deserve. And it is my pick up first. And I figured after Dark Souls, we needed something slightly chill. And because I'm on vacation, I can actually like sink some time into this and maybe do something cool. So I would like for us to do our best
Excellent.
job at being zookeepers because I want to play Planet Zoo. Go back and redo that. Also, listeners, I don't know if it still is, but as of last night, so as of July 10th, as of July 9th, Planet Zoo was on sale. The deluxe edition was on sale for $2.79 or something like that. So if you would like to play along, it's stupid cheap right now. And yeah, I think that'll be fun. A little park builder, get some animals, and maybe learn some stuff. Maybe we can get some animal facts in for the next one, like we did fish facts. Maybe this time we can have like bear facts, tiger facts, all kinds of shit. That'd be cool. So yeah, I look forward to that. Before I get into house cleaning, Dane, you have anything you would like to plug?
Yeah. I do have one thing, and I know housekeeping is very important, and I'm going to let you finish, but I got y'all a present. So since I finally got the hang of all of this DNS management and getting web addresses and all that stuff set up, I got to browsing, and I thought, you know what? I've got discord.djmediadump.com set up for media dump. It'd be nice if Steam Machine had something like that. And you know what? I know that they've already got their Threadless set up. They've got the WordPress site that I haven't updated in a year for them. So you know what? I'm going to go on there and let's see what I can find. So I bought y'all a URL, and it's all set up. It is perfectly functional. It's paid for a year. So I would like to inform all of you that you can now go to tsmp.gay to go straight to the WordPress site. You can go to discord.tsmp.gay and get an invite to the Discord channel. Hey, you want a shirt? Shirts are awesome. I bet you got a torso and you love this show. Merch.tsmp.gay will take you straight to the Threadless site. So I might have set up more. I've forgotten
just
them
checked
at
some
this
of the
point.
subdomains even. They are working as
It is
intended.
real.
I'm at
I
merch
think
right
Willie's
now.
checking it out right now.
That's fantastic.
But yeah,
Beautiful.
it was Pride Month, and the .gay top level domain was 95% off. So best $3 I've ever spent.
Dude, I gotta tell you,
if you want to keep it next year when it's time to renew, it's going to be $40. I'm not paying that for a bit.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's fair. Well, maybe it'll renew.
Thanks, man. This is
during
awesome.
Pride Month next year. It'll be $3 again. That would be cool. But dude, this is on par with on Factory Sealed when they used to joke about how long to beat, and they would call it howlongtobeatoff.com. And Eric just bought that domain and funneled it to factory sealed shit. And for 2 years, that was a bit that no one knew about. And one day someone was listening to one of the episodes and they mentioned it, and they just happened to go to howlongtobeatoff.com and saw that it routed to factory sealed shit. And Eric was like, I have been waiting for this day.
I know Giant Bomb had bought like
I think XIGN
where they were
or
all
GameSpot, one
like
or the other.
was it
I
GameSpot?
think it was IGN because I think they were the ones that got in trouble for the 8.8
they-
review of Kane and Lynch, right?
IG. Well, I know that they always would make references. Yeah, but they would make references to their former employer and call it like rivalgamereviewsite.com. And they had actually bought that domain to route to those guys, and they did it for years before someone at IGN figured it out, and they were kind of pissed about it.
There was an episode of GMM where they were telling Rhett and Link that, anytime you guys like say a fictitious website on this show, we have to go and buy the domain so someone else doesn't buy it and make it some horrendous shit that someone looks up. And Rhett and Link were like, really? And spent the rest of the episode just naming random fucking websites throughout their conversations.
I love fucking.
Wasn't that how
the
Conan
people at
wound up
New
with
Blood
hornymanatee.com?
Interactive buy so many stupid domains as novelties that they ended up buying WeHate.money to redirect to their own Steam page. Still works.
I know Colbert for a while had an 800 number, 1-800-OOPS-JEW.
Yeah.
Colbert's done some funny shit, and so has John Oliver. John Oliver, like creating the Church of what was it? The Church of Perpetual Perpetuity or something like that. I don't know. It was some weird thing where it was like it solely existed to make money, and that was it. But anyways, Mick, plug your stuff, my good sir.
You could find me at Team Retrogue on YouTube, trying not to break a PS2. Actually, no, I do break a PS2, but that was unintentional. The second PS2 still works, but I want to break it.
We also made beautiful art together that will never see the light of day. Although, if you want, I don't give a fuck about copyright, so I'll put it up on the Steam Machine YouTube.
I have a link in the Discord. Join the Discord. You'll find that secret sauce.
It's in the dank.
He doesn't actually want it on the internet. He just wants it on the deep parts of the internet.
No, you have to be.
It's not in Internet Gardens. It's in Internet Base.
You
gotta
have
go
to.
down there.
You have to earn the right to see that.
Well, the easy
Beautiful
way to
work.
get there is discord.tsmp.gay, and you will be straight to our Discord channel.
That's true. All right. So if you would like, please go leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts. It helps people in the algorithm find us because I suck at social media, so I am not good at promoting this show. So like damn near all of you that listen to this show have found it just by looking up games and I guess finding us, and I appreciate every single one of you for that. Where is it? Oh yeah, if you want a link to the website, Dane,
tsmp.gay.
all right. And if you want to join the Discord where all the shenanigans happen and you can vote on the polls, which there is a
good call,
was there a new poll up? I don't know if we touched on it last time. Let's see what's going on with it. I haven't looked at it in a week. Yeah, so we got A Hat in Time, God of War, Trillion, Mega Man X Legacy Collection, and Just Cause 2. And so far, Mega Man X is still winning. So we will see how that goes at the end. So if you want to join the Discord, come join in and vote on the polls and everything. Dane?
At discord.tsmp.gay.
But if you want to support the show and get the goods, it's Patreon. Is there a special one for that?
There is one. That is patreon.tsmp.gay.
You can go to patreon.tsmp.gay. And if you donate $1 or more a month, you get your episodes early. That is fantastic. If you've donated $1 or more a month, you get the episodes early and the banter in the beginning. That is just for the patrons, for the Patreon section. This week we were chatting about what's our comfort games when we're playing a game that's kicking our dick into the dirt. And if you donate $10 or more a month, you get that plus all the shenanigans. And that might be where no, never mind. I think I'll keep the After Dark stuff at the $1 tier. I want everybody that's a Patreon member to be able to hear that, not just higher tiers. So anyway,
No, $1.69.
When me and Nick,
Nice.
when me and Nick, yes, Nick the Nickelodeon. When me and Mick decide to start doing maybe like a house party or something like that, which we've discussed, that'll be on the After Dark on Patreon. $1 more a month, $10 more a month to get you all of that, plus your name read on each and every episode, like these wonderful people. Nate's for Cogsworth, the 7th of June-iper, Jeff, the original Expendable, Mr. Syllables, old Jeffy Lube, also he's a duck, the man who erased his nickname, now the Wolverine, formerly known as Logan Joreid, aka LittleLoManiac, Ariesoradam, shout out to his podcast, Spectre approved, Team Retrogue, go check him out over on YouTube, Mr. Puzzles, Dane himself, Flyin, Brian, Doran, Cray, and Fenris, the healer from the Isles of Bama. You are all very much appreciated. Thank you very, very much. You help the show, you keep the show running, and really, you also like. A, help me put gas in my car, and B, help
As
me
Mr.
snack games for some of
Dalton
these
put it,
boys
not only
that
did
need it for the
he
show.
find
So
Zoo
it
Tycoon
is
Deluxe on
very
sale,
much appreciated.
he did in fact get it for me, probably out of your generous donation. So thank you for that. I just combined Roller Coaster Tycoon
Pause.
Deluxe and Planet Zoo into one
The fuck is
exciting
Zoo
new
Tycoon
video game.
Deluxe? Okay,
I'm sorry,
Hey,
I
I'll
don't know
take
what
it.
happened there.
I'm in. You give me Zoo and Tycoon in the name, I'm in.
We'll take whatever he just said, .tsmp.gay, and that will take you to the Steam page where you will be able to buy it when we finally make it.
There you go.
Whatever he just said, done it. TSMP.
You
TM.
need to make it whatever he just said.
Shout out to vitamin B12. That'll be one of my top 13 water soluble vitamins.
Don't get ahead of my jokes.
All right, yeah. And if you want to get a shirt,
Merch.tsmp.gay.
Or possibly to talk about Zoo Tycoon.
we'll be back in 2
Deluxe.
weeks to talk about Planet Zoo, talk about some animals, and hopefully have some. Or Zoo Tycoon Deluxe. Yeah. That fuck it. Why not?
I will probably just like set up the subdomain to link to the Steam store page for Planet Zoo.
Fuck it. Until then, everybody, get back out there and praise the sun.